5-1 with the West Virginia Mountaineers. The Cowgirls' 12 wins are the most by any team since 2011. And that team finished with a school record 22 wins. The 5 conference wins, also the program's highest total since 2014, when they recorded 5 of those wins in the league. The Cowgirls are back home after facing a single-game weekend series with Texas Tech on Friday of last week. The Cowgirls ran their unbeaten streak against Texas Tech to 6, as Cowgirls earned a 1-0 decision over the Red Raiders at the John Walker Soccer Complex in Lubbock. It's not an easy place to go play, and Marlo Zoller's goal off a Cammie Huddleston assist in the 69th minute was the difference. Coach Colin Carmichael.
Every road game in the conference, as we talk every week, is just difficult, and Tech's a very good team. They changed their formation a little bit, threw us off for 10-15 minutes, and then I thought we settled in well. First half, I thought we had the best couple of looks at goal. Second half, we expected them to push numbers forward and come at us, which they did, and we were able to hit them on a counter and win the game. So I thought it was a tight game. I thought both teams played well. I'm just happy we were able to come out on top.
Goalkeeper Michaela Ongaro collected 4 saves on the night to record her 4th shutout of the season, 3 of those coming in conference play. The Cowgirls created several scoring chances but couldn't put it in the back of the net in the first half. The game went to intermission scoreless, with the Cowgirls owning a 6-5 edge on shots, while Tech had 4 corner kicks to just 2 for the Cowgirls. The second half saw Ongaro record one of her biggest saves of the season. In the 61st minute, she dove to her left to deflect a shot by Jordy Haar and kept the Red Raiders off the board. Tech ended up 8-6-1 after the game and won 4-1 in the league. They outshot the Cowgirls 13-9, including an 8-3 margin in the final half that Coach Carmichael said in the last 10 minutes, especially after they scored the lead goal, tested their defense.
That last 10 minutes, when we're up 1-0, 15 minutes or so, they put an extra kid up and they went direct, which was exactly what I would have done. And our back line just held tough. Loren, Goose, Elise, Claire, Charmaine, whoever was back there, Kimmy and Jules in front of them, they all just won a bunch of balls and battled, and that's what you have to do. And to fight that way on the road and find a way to win just shows the character and the toughness this group have.
Zoller's goal was just her first since the UTSA game on September 3rd, as the junior recorded her 3rd goal of the season. Coach Carmichael said she had to step up with an illness, keeping Haley Woodard back in Stillwater.
It's a great goal. We talked about with Marlo to stay a little bit higher tonight, and she did a great job of that. Taylor and Marlo together split the minutes. With Haley not being here, we had to have players step up, and boy, did they ever. And Marlo's goal was fantastic. Cammie drove at the back 4. Marlo made the little slashing run that we work on a lot, and her finish from that angle was amazing. So really proud of her. She wasn't feeling the best. That's why she came off the field. She was feeling a little bit under the weather. But to step up and get the important goal for us is fantastic.
The Cowgirls have now outscored their opponents 36-11 on the season. 12 different Cowgirls have goals. 11 of those players have multiple goals, 6 each for Taylor Olson, who got a number of minutes on Friday, and Haley Woodard, who, of course, was absent because of the flu. Her status for today was questionable at midweek. The Cowgirls' 36 goals rank 14th nationally, and OSU also ranks 20th in the NCAA in points and 24th in scoring offense, and they lead the Big 12 in goals, assists, and points. The Cowgirls also move up in the RPI this week to 35, and again as high as number 19 in one of the national polls. Coming up, 2 big matchups against teams from Kansas. We'll talk about the matchup with K-State next. This is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
Get ready for some four-wheeling fun with the Outdoor Adventure Giveaway at Cimarron Casino this October. Join us every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hourly drawings to win $200 free play, plus be in the running for the grand prize of a new Yamaha ATV cart on October 19th or a Bob Hurley toy hauler on the 26th at 10 p.m. Earn entry starting October 1st. Visit CimarronCasino.com for details. Cimarron Casino in Perkins. It's a whole new game. Owned and operated by the Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma.
Do you ever get tired waiting for your prescription to be filled? At Tiger Drug, with several pharmacists, your medicine is filled quickly and accurately. We have numerous ways to expedite your service. Call us at 372-7900 or email us at info@tigerdrug.com, or you can just walk in or drive up and we'll prepare your order while you wait and we visit with you about your meds. Remember, at Tiger Drug, the customer always comes first.
Need the right tool for the job? No matter how large or small, Herc Rentals is the place to go. Right here in Stillwater, Oklahoma, right now. Ask about the perfect tools for that job at Herc Rentals on South Perkins Road. Go online to hercrentals.com.
Are you looking for a little more comfort in your life? Call the expert, your Carrier dealer. Carrier dealers are the authorities at getting peak performance from your heating and cooling system. So call your Carrier dealer first. He has ways of making you very comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
B&L Heating and Air Conditioning. Find them online at bnlheatingcool.com.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Stillwater Medical Center is the only hospital in Oklahoma with the Hologic 3D mammography unit and Affirm 3D breast biopsy table combination. Together, they give a better picture of breast health and all women to stay in town for more advanced treatment. To learn more about Stillwater Medical Center's technology and how to detect breast cancer in its early stages, or to schedule your 3D mammo, visit stillwatermedical.com. At Stillwater Medical Center, they have the technology.
Welcome back to Oklahoma State Cowgirl Soccer pregame. The Cowgirls and K-State coming up. Kansas State's program's in its second season of overall competition. Remember, they dropped equestrian and added soccer to comply with Title IX rules. It's their first year as a competing member in the Big 12. The Wildcats 6-8-1 on the season, 1-5-0 in the league, and they went 4-9-3 last year. K-State's been outscored, though, only by 2 goals this year, 16-14. They're led by freshman forward Hannah Davis with 2 goals and 4 assists, while their goalkeeper Miranda Larkin has 5 shutouts, but she's been kept busy in saves, 89. That's second highest in the Big 12. Coach Carmichael says, first of all, they're just happy to be back home after getting off this 3-game, 2-weekend road trip.
3 straight road games in the Big 12 is never easy, and that was a lot of travel for us with the games in Morgantown, Ames, and in Lubbock. It's probably about as tough a 3-game road stretch as you can get travel-wise. So we were pretty happy with the way we played on the road, and now to get home and have our 2-game homestand here and honor our seniors and hopefully get to play in front of a big crowd would be amazing for us. So yeah, we're really excited about the weekend and looking forward to the challenge that the Kansas schools present.
So the task at hand this weekend and looking at Kansas State is?
Stay focused in on the task at hand, and from our standpoint, these 2 home games are crucial for our season, not just for a Big 12 championship, but an NCAA tournament berth. So we know it's going to be difficult, but we're ready to go, and the games just get bigger and bigger the more you keep winning, but that's obviously the way you want it. It's exciting, to play a team, that you've never played before is always a pretty cool thing, and so we're looking forward to that challenge. Also, the way they've played in the Big 12 has been impressive. Their results, they've lost some games, but they're all very close. West Virginia beat them 1-0. They beat Kansas 1-0. TCU beat them 1-0. Texas beat them in overtime. Baylor beat them 1-0. So all the games are really close. It sounds like defensively they're very solid and they're opportunistic and they're well coached and they play hard. So, there'll be a lot of emphasis on us to go and break them down and score goals, which, of course, is easier said than done.
The opponent Sunday, by the way, is Kansas for Senior Day. Kansas starts the weekend 7-7-2, 2-3-1 in the conference play. They are at Oklahoma tonight. It will be an emotional weekend for these seniors. First of all, they're auctioning off the Susan G. Komen Foundation Breast Cancer Awareness jerseys that the Cowgirls wore at their last home game against Baylor on the 1st of October. And you can get those at the stadium today by being the highest bidder on your favorite player. And then the final home game of the regular season for Senior Day on Sunday. Coach Carmichael.
Every year, you lose some great kids, and that's part of the college environment is you're rotating kids through every 4 years. And this group especially, this year, they've done a terrific job, and I'm really proud of them. They've had their ups and downs throughout the 3 years prior to this, but, for them to be able to experience a season up to this point, it's been phenomenal. We'll miss them, but like I said, the college environment is very much you graduate this crew and you bring in the next group and get them ready to go. But we'll honor them on Sunday, and then we'll honor them again at our banquet in January.
In fact, 8 Cowgirl seniors will be recognized on Senior Day following the Kansas match. Anna Beffer, Holly Bremer, Abby Bright, Tanya D'Souza, Lana Duke, Michaela Ongaro, Allie Rivers, and Loren Tressfield. That Sunday game, by the way, is a 1 o'clock start. We'll be on the air with our pregame show at 12:45. Coming up next, it's the first ever meeting in soccer between Kansas State and OSU. We'll take a look at all the games this weekend and the Texas Tech-West Virginia game from yesterday, which was played, all the national polls and the RPI coming up at halftime. This is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
Whether you're you're looking for a bite to eat before the game or a place to celebrate another Cowboys win, University Dining Services has you covered. With more than 30 individual restaurants across campus, there's something for everyone without ever having to leave campus. You'll find everything from freshly made sushi to top-notch burgers. So pull up a chair, dig in, and feed your inner cowboy. Be sure to learn more about University Dining Services at dining.okstate.edu.
How long has it been since you've been to Paradise? Paradise Seven Clans Casino is new and improved, featuring 7C Land and Cattle Steakhouse, the best wine and steak menu from Oklahoma City to Wichita, an indoor conference and event center for your favorite acts, and all your favorite gaming action on the floor. We're ready for you to come back to Paradise. Highway 77 in Red Rock. It's been too long.
This is Debbie from Charlie's Discount Drug again, reminding you to take your vitamins. Our full line of Mason natural vitamins and herbs are available every day to help you maintain your health. And every month we have Mason natural vitamin and herb specials. At Charlie's Discount Drug, we believe in maintaining your health at discount prices so you can spend your money on the things that make life worth maintaining. So come by and check out our monthly Mason natural vitamin and herb specials today. Charlie's Discount Drug, 723 South Walnut in Stillwater.
Stillwater Country Club is one of Oklahoma's classic golf venues. SCC is the site of several prominent amateur competitions each year, and Stillwater Country Club has hosted the Men's NCAA Championship as well as the Women's National Collegiate Championship. SCC's beautiful layout offers elevation changes and tree-lined fairways that are unique in the Oklahoma golf experience. It's playable for beginners, yet is challenging enough to serve as a practice venue for the Cowboy and Cowgirl golf squads. Stillwater Country Club, celebrating a rich history, embracing a bright future.
Your home for OSU Cowgirl basketball. KGFY Stillwater. Cowboy Country 105.5 FM.
Live from the Cowgirl Soccer Complex in Stillwater. It's a windy afternoon. The Cowgirls getting ready to kick it off. They'll defend the goal to our left and move from our left to right here as they get underway. The Cowgirls going from our left to right, as I mentioned, and it'll be K-State going from our right to left and down the field quickly. The Cowgirls on offense. This is Haley Woodard back after the flu. She gets a play toward the goal, and their goalkeeper will pick it up and punt it away. Miranda Larkin is in goal, 5'8" senior out of Rockwall, Texas. Played at OU before transferring to Kansas State out of Rockwall High School in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In goal for the Cowgirls, Michaela Ungaro, the senior from the area of the north. Of course, that is up around Heartland, Wisconsin is where she is from, and we are underway. The Cowgirls in the orange with K-State in the white. And we're glad to have you along the way as Kansas State in town for the first time ever in soccer as they're in their inaugural Big 12 season. Oklahoma State, of course, playing in their 22nd season of soccer. Referee today here on the ground is Josh Kelly. Matt Trotter, Jesse McNeil are the sideline officials. Brian Bauer is the alternate official here at the scorer's table. Cowgirls on the attack again. And we have an offsides call inside the 18 square at the north end. The weather, partly cloudy, 78. The winds are southeast at 25 miles an hour. And so it is at the back of the Cowgirls going from left to right here in the first half of play. Michaela Ungaro on the season, 15 games played, 10 goals allowed, a .75 goals against average. And Miranda Larkin has seen every play for K-State, a 1.05 goals against average. A play in the box and a foul here on Kansas, and it looks like Oklahoma State is going to get a chance at a free kick right away outside the box, just at the top of the 18 square. So this is almost a penalty kick situation, but not quite, as Kansas State fouls just outside the box. And we'll see how the Cowgirls set this up. It is right outside the line, inside the half moon at the top of the 18 square to our right. So Kansas State will set up a four-man wall. And we'll see who will take the kick. Most likely Anna Beffer will take this kick. The angle is to the right as we await to see who takes this kick. J.C. Jones is also in front, but it's Beffer who's going to take the kick here for the Cowgirls. Here's the chance and the blast, and it goes wide of the upper shelf and the near post. Wind may have carried that away just a hair. Beffer had a good leg on it to try to get it at the top side, but it did not go in, and that'll be a goal kick for Kansas State. Kansas State, despite their record, is and has been in just about every game so far in the Big 12 as far as the score is concerned. Their record does not indicate that, as they are overall in the conference just 1-5. They haven't won a home game yet, 1-2 on the road. Kansas State tries to send the ball deep, and it is blocked by the Cowgirls toward the midfield area and taken there by Julia Lenhart for the Cowgirls. Over here on this near side, Kirsten Saragusa, who's back in the lineup. She came back last week. Matchup down at Tech. Cowgirls were missing, as I mentioned earlier, in the pregame show, Haley Woodard, but she is well and starting today. Kansas State on the reverse, turns it left to right, and right to left, rather, brings it into the forward end. The ball goes out on the far side off of OSU. This will be a throw-in for Kansas State. Last year was the provisional or first season for K-State. They didn't play in the conference last year and finished well under 500, but again, a competitive club this year at 6-8-1. Again, that 1-5 conference record very deceiving. Another block off there as taken there by Morgan Egan, one of their defenders. She's a junior out of Napierville, Illinois, played in Pittsburgh. They have a lot of transfers, as you might imagine, in a first year in the conference program. Cowgirls clear it back toward midfield. We're 4 minutes into the game. There is no score, and that's off of K-State, so the Cowgirls will throw it in. Kansas State thought it was off of them. Cowgirls on the attack. Here's Lenhart across the midfield line. Bringing it outside the center circle. Passes it forward. Trying to split the defenders and does. Bedford trying to catch up to it, but the wind and the roll takes the ball across the back line. And so this will be a goal kick for Kansas State. K-State on the year, as I mentioned in the pregame, they've been outscored only 16-14, where they've scored most of their goals. First half 5, second half 8, 1 in overtime. Cowgirls 15 first half goals, 19 in the second half, 2 in overtime. They've outscored their opponents 36-11. Larkin on the kick, line drive into the wind, knocked down by OSU and then sent forward by Kansas State into the forward end. They're on the run, a 2-on-3 as they try to center. It's blocked out over on the far side by Elise Hahn. Now they're trying to center it again and it's knocked away at the top of the 6 by Loren Tresfield. And the ball to the sideline across the way, and this will be a throw-in for Kansas State. K-State in the white uniforms, the Cowgirls in the orange with the white numbers. Ball's kicked to the back line. This will be a corner off the Cowgirls in our first corner of the game. Kansas State 66 corners, the opponent's 85. The Cowgirls 100 of their own, and this will be the 66th corner by an opposition this year. So will be taken by K-State to the left of Michaela Ungaro. Low kick toward the 18, a header, and that's going to go in. And it's a score for Kansas State. The header from the top of the 6 may have been touched, and off a rebound, a score for the Wildcats, and they are on the board first here in Stillwater. Off the corner kick, Cowgirls are down a goal. So it's a 1-0 lead here for Kansas State, and it comes in the 6th minute of the match here at 39:40 left in the first half. The Kansas State has only led now twice in a Big 12 game this year. And this is the second one. Trying to turn it around here as they send it forward. Cowgirls will see it come back the other way as K-State brings it back across the line. Katie Kramer sends it forward. Here's Tatum Wagner down the near side trying to get around Tresfield, who sends it to the back line, and this will be a corner for Kansas State. As I mentioned earlier, one thing they do is attack. They go after your defense, and they've done this in all the games this year. The win that they have in conference play was at Kansas. They beat them on Rock Chalk Park in Lawrence 2 weeks ago by a score of 1-0. Here's the corner. Low line drive again, headed out by the Cowgirls to the sideline. Here on the near side, this will be a throw-in for Kansas State. On that corner was Hannah Davis for Kansas State. And now a throw in here by Avery Green. She's one of their defenders. Green is out of Wichita, out of May South High School. Has the ball off the throw in. Takes it over here on the near wing. This is Kramer again. Sends it back toward the center circle. The defenders will start the offensive set over again. Send a ball deep. It's knocked down by the Cowgirls. And then Jones, who knocked the ball down, is knocked down herself on a foul by Maggie Souders. Souders, a freshman out of Lee Summit, Missouri. Cowgirls try the quick kick, but it's separated by Kansas State and brought back by the Wildcats. Here they come again. Shot their pass was blocked there, and now a foul as again the Cowgirls taken off their feet. And a stoppage of the clock here. And that's the second foul on Souder in less than 30 seconds as she took Anna Beffer off her feet. The Cowgirls right now as healthy really as they've been since preseason with the return of Saragusa and obviously the flu not bothering Haley Woodard this weekend as she is out there. But it's a 1-0 K-State lead here. Deep ball sent on a one-hopper all the way to the keeper, and it'll be picked up there by Larkin and brought back the other way on a punt. The wind again at the Cowgirls' back, but that didn't matter off of a corner. A header in by K-State and the score to lead 1-0 here. At 37:38 left in the first half, and a foul now on the takeaway by the Cowgirls. That was by Charmaine Morgan. Saragusa, Webb, and Beffer. Lenhart, Jones, and Hahn for the Cowgirls. Morgan, Woodard, and Rodriguez, and Ongaro in goal. For K-State, it is Larkin in goal with Sutter, Egan, Kalkoven, Zane, Kramer, Leertz, also Davis, Hall, Green, Souter, and Wagner. So the 11v11. And here we go. K-State off the kick will send it forward. It's knocked down by the Cowgirls, and it can't be saved before the sideline here to Morgan. So a throw in right below us here for Kansas State. Kansas State will take it. Good play there to Wagner to the back line. A little cross in front, and it's knocked away, and they're asking for a corner, but it's going to be off of K-State. It's going to be off of their player who came in from the back side near the near post, and it'll be a goal kick for Oklahoma State. Cowgirls on the season with the one loss in conference play to West Virginia. Kansas State, though, as Colin Carmichael pointed out in the pregame show, in all of their other games in the league, the biggest difference in league play has been a 3-1 loss at Tech. Everything else 1-0. That's the score we have now. Cowgirls send it down the ground. Woodard can't catch up to it as the keeper out in front at the penalty spot. And we'll send it back the other way. K-State can't clear, though, and here comes Morgan. Morgan in transition, brings it down, sets up Woodard, but the pass was behind her at the top of the 18 and cleared back to the near sideline. The wind caught it, kept it in bounds, and gives a chance for the Cowgirls there with J.C. Jones to make a play. And now we have another whistle by our referee, Josh Kelly, here, and another foul on K-State. So it's been a physical game so far here in this first 10 minutes of this first half. This is almost like a corner, but it's 20 yards up the field on the near side here. And Kim Rodriguez, the freshman from Texas, will take it, sends it toward the square. They look for the header, and that ball is going to be headed to the back line and into the fence behind the goal, and this will be a goal kick coming up here for Kansas State. Well, there's already been 2 games in the league, and it results in a tie for first place as West Virginia was tied last night 1-1 at home against Texas Tech, and TCU won at Iowa State in overtime 1-0. That game was rescheduled from Friday to Thursday night. So it results in West Virginia and TCU both being 5-1-1, and the Cowgirls right behind them 5-1, technically in third place. In terms of points, they are 1 point back of TCU and West Virginia, who have 16 points each. The Cowgirls have 15. TCU is at West Virginia in a battle for number 1 on Sunday. Cowgirls trying to play it forward again, have it at the top of the square. Look for the chance there. Little pooch in front's going to go wide off the foot of Beffer. So that goes wide of the near post. This will be another corner kick for Kansas State. A goal in the first 10 minutes of this match has given Kansas State an early lead. K-State's first ever appearance, they dropped equestrian, picked up soccer. I asked their play-by-play man who's here today about that, and he said, well, there was a little complaining about equestrian, but not much, and people are embracing soccer. They're one of the top 10 attended schools for soccer attendance in the country so far this year. Their home attendance has been so far over 12,000 at home games this year, and that is 6 matches. They've been averaging about 2,000. Ball sent deep. Woodard can't catch up to that again. And the Cowgirls will play it, or the K-State Wildcats will play it back, but it's knocked down by the Cowgirls. They can't take it out at midfield, and now a foul by OSU, and this will send K-State to a free kick in their midfield defensive area to our right. They're going again against this wind from right to left. This wind gusty, as you hear it in our headset here, at 25 miles an hour. Up the near side, Green trying to take it forward. and intercepted, and then J.C. Jones is knocked down for about the third time here in this first period. Jones gets up and says to the official, I got knocked down. I'm all right. He says, I know. Right here in front of us. Crestfield plays it ahead, looking for either Morgan or Woodard. They're 2-on-1 at the back line trying to run it down. Cowgirls get to it, but kick it across the line, trying to square it up to the 6-yard square, and this will be another goal kick for K-State. Now, the problem is, again, this goalkeeper is kicking this ball against this 25-mile-an-hour wind. And at times, in keeping the ball low, the wind will die down a little bit, and she's able to get rid of it. But other times, the ball never gets to midfield. Here he kicks it up in the wind here, and that ball to the center circle, just short of the line. Rodriguez heads it and tries to send it the other way. It's played forward by Kramer for K-State. Cowgirls trying to knock it down. Saragusa. It's taken there by Wagner. And it's taken back by Tressfield, and now the Cowgirls will send it the other way. And a big, strong boot by Hahn sends it down the ground. And again, this ball outruns everybody because of the wind, and K-State will see it go across the back line for another goal kick coming up. Cowgirls Senior Day against Kansas here on Sunday. It's a 1 o'clock match. There are 3 other games in the Big 12 Sunday and 3 games tomorrow, or 2 other games, I should say, 3 total here in the league today. And then the Cowgirls go to Texas next Friday. And after that, we'll see the seeds for the Big 12. And then in just, 12 days from now, the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. Getting off that goal kick, short, header by the Cowgirls, sends it forward. Can Woodard outrun it? Keeper's out of the box, and she beats everybody to the ball on the near side of the 18 square. That's a dangerous play for Larkin, because all that Woodard would have to do is get a step and then control the ball, and she has an open net. Or somebody coming in from the backside could take a pass and have an open net. Instead, it's K-State ball, and they go back the other way. They send it deep down the far side to Wagner. Wagner brings it in for a cross, and then it'll go to the back line. It's off OSU, and so another corner, the third of the match here for Wildcats. And this will be Hannah Davis after Hahn knocked that ball out. She'll get the corner. She took the corner earlier that set up the goal. Davis is a freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska. Kick into the square. Is kicked out again by the Cowgirls, so yet another corner kick in the same spot to the left of Ungaro at the south end of the ground here for K-State. 1-0. We have played almost 15 minutes. Strong kick into the 6, looking for the header. Up in the air, Tressfield to knock it down off the header. Cowgirls try to clear, can't. Down to the back line, another cross, and this goes into the side of the net by Davis, and this will be a goal kick for Oklahoma State. I think the Cowgirls may have been just a hair surprised here about the speed of this Kansas State team. You can see them on film and you can watch tape and all of that, but until you get out here and watch them, hard to tell sometimes. And again, this is a new program, so other than the games they played this year and the provisional games they played last year, not a whole lot of information. K-State wins it at midfield off the goal kick, sends it forward. This is Wagner down to the near side, into the corner. Hall trying to look for the cross, and the Cowgirls block it out. But it's touched by K-State at the back line. This will be a goal kick again for Michaela Ungaro. Again, Senior Day on Sunday, a reminder of that. That'll take place with the 1 o'clock game after the game is over, about 3:15. Here's the goal kick, strong and toward the side of the middle circle. Knocked down by Kansas State. They'll win it again. This is Katie Kramer. Kramer down the center of the ground, sends it into the square, knocked away, but the rebound popped back out to the top of the square. Touched for a moment there by Davis, and then sent back the other way by OSU. Cowgirls play left to right, try to get it in the open ground. Here's Jones, bringing it down between 1 and now 2 defenders. Comes in, ball's knocked away, tried to clear it to the near side, and the ball was touched first by the defender, then they kick it to the sideline. That'll be a throw-in for Oklahoma State. We haven't had a whole lot of throw-ins yet today. We've had more goal kicks. Both teams have been on the offensive attack. Cowgirls with Leonard over here on the near side now, trying to dig it out. 1v1 over here along the sideline. Morgan joins her now for some help along the back line. And Kansas State trying to win it. Now Leonard gets it back. Looks for the cross. Goes to the far side of the 18. It's cleared out now at the far side of the 6 by K-State, but the header is knocked down. Cowgirls a shot and a score coming from the right side. And that blast coming in from Charmaine Morgan ties the match. Morgan with the goal, and that'll be for her 4th of the year.
ties the match at 1-1, 28-29 left in the first half. She got the second chance at it and took it in and blasted it in past the keeper inside the far post on the top shelf. K-State with the kickoff as they throw some T-shirts into the crowd here, and this crowd is back into the game here. It's a 1-1 match. K-State hadn't led many games this year in the conference, only twice. Cowgirls hadn't been behind at home very often this year for the season, let alone in Big 12 play, but now it's a tie match at 1-1 and 28 minutes left in the first half. You can kind of start over here a little bit. So the Cowgirls get the equalizer and try to do something with it at midfield. Again, they have the wind at their back. Jones will turn it for a moment and try to send it up the ground. And a little give and go. They get it back to her here on this near side. Morgan coming in right side. The defender kicks it across the back line for a corner. Getting in front was Hall that time, and she was able to knock the ball to the back line. And the Cowgirls will have their first corner kick of the match. So Kim Rodriguez will take this kick. Cowgirls coached by Colin Carmichael in his 22nd season at OSU. He's been here for all 24. Mike Dibnini is the Kansas State coach. He's from Kansas Wesleyan and in his second season. Here's the corner from the left of the keeper. Squared up on a header at the top of the 6, knocked away by Kansas State. The ball way up in the air, and the Cowgirls able to knock down the clearance back to the midfield area. And a Webb sends it to the top of the square. Off across, they play it back to Rodriguez. Little give and go there with Rodriguez and Jones. Back line. That ball's going to get across. This will be a goal kick for Kansas State. And again, the wind can be your friend, but it can also be your enemy too, because that ball on this turf, and as fast as this turf is, it hasn't rained in about a week here, is very good shape. The field's in excellent condition, but it's also very fast. This would be a fast green in golf, if there was such a thing as a green this big. High kick, knocked down by the wind, headed toward the Cowgirls by OSU. Jones runs it down along the near sideline, near the back line. 1v1 here in the corner, looks for some help. It's blocked. She has to go back and get it, but I think it's going to run to the sideline first, and it will for a throw-in. So Jones will throw it in, and this is Morgan again over here in the corner. Fell down, now stands back up. Continues to dribble, slips and falls again. And that ball's going to go across the back line on her cross. It'll be a goal kick again for Kansas State. K-State has played until today 5 straight games at 1-0. 1-4 in that stretch, all in conference play. This is a 1-1 tie here with 25:40 left in the first half. In the strong kick and toward the top of the semicircle, or the top of the circle at the midfield area. They take it down in the header, and Jones to the near sideline. Takes it past one defender. Now kicks it back outside the 18 as they'll start over again. And Hart here on the near side. They get it back to Morgan. Julia will send it to Morgan. It goes off of the defender, and it'll be a sideline throw-in at about the 20-yard line for Charmaine Morgan. Morgan gets it in for Woodard. Woodard back line, looks for the cross, gets it, top of the 6, cleared away by K-State, all the way to their bench here on the near sideline, where the paddle people are, and they knock the ball down, keeping it from going into the seats, and the Cowgirls will have a throw-in to our right along the near sideline. If you're watching on the internet on OKState.com or on YouTube, you'll notice that the construction continues over on the west side and on the north side of this facility for next year. Here is Morgan coming in, and a blast similar to the last time, almost from the same spot, and a reaching grab with 2 hands to her right in the air by Larkin to save the goal. Nice play on the save there, and she'll punt it away with 24:20 left in the first half. 1-1 game here in Stillwater. Couple of headers here at midfield on the far side. K-State knocks it down, tries to play it forward. Opportunity here if the Cowgirls can get the open man. Woodard blocks it and may have kicked the defender, or the offensive player for K-State, a defender, down in the shin. She gets up and is limping, but appears to be all right. This will be a throw-in coming up here for the Wildcats. In just their first year of Big 12 soccer. And by the way, that squares up the league squares up the league with 10 teams now. We go back the other way, and on the inbounds play, the throw-in coming up here for K-State as it was knocked out near the halfway line. We approach the halfway point of the first half here. The Cowgirls are in a 1-1 game. Nice crowd here this afternoon for this one, and we urge you, if you're in the area, you can still watch about 3/4 of this game. Come on out, put on the sunscreen, enjoy yourself. They're playing baseball in an exhibition over at Alley P right now with Northeastern State and OSU, so doubleheader going on here today. This one is the one that counts, though. I guess the other one does, too, because the Cowboys are going to use one of their games to play that game from the spring now. Foul here along the near sideline as Morgan gets knocked down. A free kick coming up for Oklahoma State, and their defensive end to our left. They go left to right on offense, and this will be Loren Tressfield who takes the kick. I think I failed to mention her in the starting lineup out of France, the senior defender. Centers it all the way down, a shot and a score. At the top of the square, the goal by Oklahoma State. Wide open coming into that area. Cowgirls had 2 players down there. They elected to go to the one farthest away from the play, and the Cowgirls are on the board with the lead. Leonard on the goal there for Oklahoma State. Would be her 3rd of the year. So it's a 2-1 game right at the halfway point of the first half. Well, all kinds of wind out here today. You'd think that would keep people from scoring, but has not been the case. Cowgirls, after trailing early, have 2 in the back of the net and have the lead for the first time today. Now K-State on the attack, coming the other way from right to left. Into the forward end, across, inside the 18 is blocked down. Now another chance off a rebound. That play there by Davis is blocked out again. Davis again off a rebound. Cowgirls can't get it out of the 18 and finally do after 2 chances and possibly a third by K-State all the way down the ground. This will be caught up to by their defender, who will send it back to the keeper as the wind blew it away from Haley Woodard, who was trailing the play. Kansas State having trouble getting it out of their own zone. They have to run this down to keep it from going to the sideline. That ball is still inside their 18. And against the wind, they try to send it forward, and a nice play by Leonard to head it down. And the Cowgirls on the attack again. Beffer and now Jones. Jones coming in top of the 18. Looks to clear it. Had Woodard open, and she got tripped up on herself there over there on the far side of the 18. Was not open. Now a tumble by 2 players. Play on, says the official, as Tressfield gets tangled up with Davis. Josh Kelly did not blow the whistle. So K-State in transition turns it the other way, going right to left in the white. Cowgirls will send it back the other way as Hahn plays it back into the forward end. K-State with a touch there for a moment. Now the Cowgirls look to control at the halfway line with 21 minutes left in the first half. A 2-1 Cowgirl lead here in Stillwater. To play it forward. K-State wins the ball at the halfway line and now plays it ahead. Middle of the ground, that's Davis again. Sends it forward as a man inside the square. Bumped down. A nice play there by the Cowgirls to take her off the ball. And it was not a penalty situation because that was a clean play by Tressfield inside the 18. You can't trip them, but you can sure board them. And that's exactly almost like a hockey move there that put on the player coming into the 18. Now the Cowgirls in transition try to run it up the other way. Leonard and a defender right there on her, and Leonard had her hands on her. That's a foul as Ashley Zane tried to take the ball away. A sophomore out of Mays High School in Wichita. Again, a number of Kansas players, as you might imagine, on this K-State team. But they have players from all over the country. Illinois and California, Oklahoma. They have an Edmond North player on this team. Hawaii. They have Tulsa Bixby product. Tatum Wagner is from she was a transfer from Tennessee, played in the SEC before transferring to K-State. Now Copen will take the free kick, send it ahead with the wind in front of her. A nice play to the back line to Kramer, but then the ball goes across off of her, and it'll be a goal kick for Oklahoma State. So the Cowgirls avoid another issue there with 19:30 to go in the half. And our first sub checking in is Marlo Zoller for the first time for the Cowgirls, who had the winning goal on Friday of last week against Tech out in Lubbock. 5'6" junior out of Jenks comes in for Haley Woodard. Woodard, well, again, is good enough to play a while and quite a while today, but again, had the flu last weekend and did not make the trip to Lubbock. So they want to watch her minutes today, and she comes out of the lineup. Zoller and Taylor Olson split minutes in her place last week, and both did very well in the game against Tech. By the way, a shout-out to Taylor Olson's bunch who are watching this game on the internet down in San Antonio. Dad is here today and came up to the booth and said hi, and I said I'll make sure and give a shout-out to those folks, the group watching this game and cheering on the Cowgirls and Olson today down in San Antonio. 18:30 to go before halftime. Cowgirls try to turn it and do, but K-State has numbers back. They send it forward. Big header there by Morgan, who's having a heck of a game so far with 1 goal. And also a number of good defensive plays. They'll send it forward here as Zoller tries to run it down near the corner. 1v1 on the back line there with Haley Sutter. And this goes off of OSU, and this will be a corner kick coming up for Kansas. Actually, it'll be a goal kick, I should say, coming up here for Kansas State. And we have subs coming in here for the Cowgirls. Cammie Huddleston checks in, the freshman from Aledo, Texas. And also in is Kumba So for the first time for the Cowgirls, the 6-foot junior out of Zurich, Switzerland. Played her junior college ball at Monroe Community College before transferring here to Stillwater. Off the goal kick, Cowgirls try to play it forward, but a couple of headers here and a touch by K-State. Cowgirls send it back forward, and they have a player moving in on the ball, but then Kansas State takes them off the ball, and they come back the other way. Cowgirls defender over here, Huddleston, right on top of that play to break up a run and force a throw-in front of the scorer's table. 17:20 left in the first half. Cowgirls with a 2-1 lead after K-State had the early 1-0 lead here. Trying to send it forward. A nice play there by Hahn to knock it away. Now the Cowgirls try to turn it. Here's Zoller in the offense, bringing it to the top of the 18. Has a man coming in, Beffer, on the far side. Beffer near the back line, near the side of the square, clears her man, comes in, has a chance, shot. No, it's going to be taken by the keeper before it can be run down by Kumba inside the 6. Falling on the ball is Larkin, and she'll punt it away. That was a good play by Larkin to anticipate a little bit of perhaps what Beffer was going to be doing there. Strong kick against the wind. Knocked down by the Wildcats. They try to play it forward here. 16:30 to go in the half, and now a foul as Zoller takes down the defender, or the offensive man, Green, playing defense, but with the ball in possession, so a free kick here for Kansas State. We'll give you all the numbers from the NCAA poll and also the other polls and the RPI and the league standings and all that right now coming up at halftime. That is 16 minutes away. 16:10 to go in the half. The Cowgirls with the lead. K-State trying to send it forward, but the Cowgirls have numbers at midfield defensively and turn it and bring it back the other way. Huddleston across the line, sets up So on the wing near side. So on the dribble, back line, looks for the cross, 1v1, broken up by K-State. Good play by Green. They send it back to the sideline for a throw-in. So at about the 10-yard line, near sideline, and Morgan will throw it in for OSU. One more home game, and that's Sunday, a 1 o'clock matchup with Kansas. Checking in for the Cowgirls, Claire Ganser for the first time, as she'll come in for Hannah Webb. Ganser is a defender, 5'10" sophomore out of Plano, Texas. Cowgirls off the throw-in, backline cross, going to bounce into the 6 and right to the keeper at the near side of the square, and an easy play there for Larkin, and she'll punt it away against this wind. K-State will have the wind at their back when we change halves here. 15 minutes left before halftime. We played the first 30, and the Cowgirls have a 2-1 lead here in Stillwater. Down the ground, Zoller can't catch up to it, I don't think, in the corner. Boy, she bumps the defender off the ball, but the defender able to play it back to the keeper. She'll just kick it on the ground, up the ground. K-State in the wrong direction here as they try to clear it. Now they have a chance to do it along the sideline and get it back to midfield. This clears 1 and 2 groups of defenders for the Cowgirls, and here comes Tatum Wagner. Wagner, the Bixby product, into the square, trying to send it ahead to Hall, and Cowgirls able to knock it back upfield after a collision. Play on, says the official. We've had very few fouls here after first 8 minutes or so of this match. Once the scoring started, the fouls went down. Here's Huddleston, top of the square, looking for So. It was behind her, but a chance coming in. It's off the keeper. Cowgirl player falls down, and I think we may have a foul here, though, on Oklahoma State. in any event, the keeper is going to end up with the ball as Zoller came in from the backside and looked to try to do something with it, but I'm going to say possession here will go to Kansas State. Well, that was a chance off a cross at the top of the 18, and keeper did the right thing in coming out as far as she did, and a good play again by Larkin. Cowgirls try to knock it down, almost a handball there. Now the collision and a foul, and let's see if we have a card coming up here or a double foul here, which is a possibility. I think they're going to call the K-State player for the foul, and the Cowgirls are going to get a free kick. I think, and this may go the other way. They're talking to Beffer and also to the defender over there, who appears to be Haley Sutter. They may have both hooked up each other there with the arms and brought each other down, in which case we might have a face-off here. And there's nothing coming out of the pocket of the official for a card here. K-State's going to sub here, I believe, too, as they're going to bring in a new player. This is Kelsey Fisher. She's a defender, a senior out of Overland Park, Kansas. Another transfer, played at Ball State out of Blue Valley West High School. So this will be against K-State. It will be a Cowgirl free kick. And let's see if this is going to be Lorraine Tressfield who takes this free kick. This is just to the right of the halfway line circle. With 13:48 left in the half. The clock was stopped on the decision by the official. Now it will start when the ball is touched again. 2-1 Cowgirls here against the Wildcats. Strong left-footed boots inside the 18, headed out by K-State. Sent back in on a high kick by the Cowgirls. Header to the far side taken by Sutter toward the corner. Cowgirls try to knock it down. It's a 2-on-1 over there right now. They clear it outside the 18 square. Cowgirls able to take it. They send it toward the top of the square. Played off of the defender. Chance here as a touch by the Cowgirls. It'll go across the back line, and it'll be off of Oklahoma State to the, would be our left to the far post for a goal kick for Kansas State. A player coming in from the backside there, and OSU unable to convert. Looked like Beffer coming in from the backside. So a goal kick again here for K-State with 13 minutes left in the first half, and the Cowgirls with a 2-1 lead. Strong kick, but again, it'll play short into the wind. Huddleston knocks it down along the near sideline here, gets it to Zoller. The wind really picking up now. To back to Marlowe, back outside the 18 by a good 10 yards, maybe more. Marlowe bringing it down right of the square. 1v1 here. She tries to get around her man who touches the ball. Now back to Morgan. Morgan in a 1v1 toward the back line. And it's blocked out, and this will be a corner for the Cowgirls off K-State. Ashley Zane touched the ball last for the Wildcats, and so this will be, with 12:20 left in the half, the Cowgirls' second corner of the match. And again, it will be Kim Rodriguez to take the Cowgirls' 102nd corner kick of the year. Cowgirls 12-2-2, 5-1 in the league right now in third place by a point. K-State 6-8-1 and 1-5, but a better team than that record. Here's the kick. Strong toward the far side of the square. Keeper had a hand on it and knocked it out of the square with some help, but the Cowgirls able to take the touch off the rebound. Rodriguez back to it over here on the near side, sends it into the square. Chance there in front, shot hits the post, and that play on the rebound comes right to the keeper off the original blast by Morgan, who nearly had her second. That ball clanked off the near post. Cowgirls nearly got the rebound, but the keeper was there in front to make the play. So, back to action as K-State sends it back the other way, and immediately a foul here on the Wildcats with 11:28 left in the half. That's a couple of times now here in this first half that the Cowgirls have had a chance that went wide. Another chance in front here, Huddleston. I think she may have been in on that rebound a moment ago. Zoller sends it into the square, pinballs around off of Kansas State. And this will belong to the Cowgirls as they try to control. They keep it at the midfield area on the offensive side to our right. This is Morgan. Brings it down the near side. Looks to set it up, can't. And a 2-on-1 there. Now Lenhart on the near wing will set it up again. Give and go with Kumbaso. Kicks it into the square, does Lenhart. Knocked away by K-State outside the 18. Ball knocked down. Cowgirl player down 2, and then a shot from way out by, I believe, Zoller, and it went wide of the near post for a goal kick. 10.5 minutes left in the first half. OSU leads at 2-1 here in Stillwater. K-State getting ready to sub again here. This is Morgan Mock, who will check into the match here in just a moment. As soon as the official looks over and sees her, and now she's able to come in. Mock is a junior out of Overland Park, Kansas. Another transfer from Middle Tennessee State. As you might imagine, 2/3 of this roster, if not more, maybe 3/4 transfers, as K-State has their second year of soccer and their first in the Big 12. Goal kick is way up in the air, knocked down by this 25-mile-an-hour wind. 10 minutes left in the half. Cowgirls lead at 2-1, try to control near side, and it will be a throw-in at midfield in front of the scorer's table for OSU here at the sub-table. Morgan trying to clear it out of trouble in front of her own bench. Now it'll be Huddleston, almost taken off her feet, but stays upright. Lenhart now back to Cammie, intercepted here by the K-State player Green. And the Cowgirls win the possession. Huddleston toward the top of the 18, looks to turn it. Coming down into the top of the 18 is Beffer. Looks to send it inside the square and can't. And the ball played back to the halfway line where Tressfield will knock it down. And they'll start over again with Kumbaso in the center circle. 9:15 left in the half. These fans want another goal here. Every time the Cowgirls attack, this place goes nuts today. And we have a good crowd here today. And we still have people coming in to watch. And a big youth soccer girls team just come in just now, as a matter of fact. Now a whistle as the ball to the sideline. And another sub here for K-State. Brooklyn Enns comes in. She's a midfielder, a freshman out of Newton, Kansas. That's up north of Wichita. On the road to Salina. Cowgirls off the defense side will play a throw in here for K-State. Trying to intercept. Kansas State has not had much since the second Cowgirl goal. That came with 22:30 left in the first half. We're down to 8:30 now, and the Cowgirls maintain the 2-1 lead. K-State has not had the ball much past midfield. And they're having trouble doing it now. And who gets the throw in here? Kansas State, I believe, will at the halfway line, or just short of it. And they'll sub in another player here. As checking in is Abby Ciperda, 5'7" senior out of Shawnee, Kansas, out of Mill Valley High School. She played at Arkansas. I remember that name. She played at Arkansas for a season before transferring here. 2-1 with 8 minutes left in the first half for the Cowgirls, and now a whistle off of a play on the near sideline. K-State will have a free kick off a Cowgirl foul. We'll have all the numbers coming up, and again, look at all the national polls and some of the games around the Big 12 and what's ahead at halftime. 2-1 Cowgirls here. 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Really their first look in a while as Green brings it down. Tressfield breaks it up at the top of the 18. Loren sends it ahead to Zoller, still in the defensive end to our left here, playing left to right on offense. Zoller turns it, sends it into the offensive end. So with a touch there. Now pinballs around, and Huddleston sends it near side to Beffer, and here she comes. Beffer, 1v1 coming in from the right side on the wing. Looks to get around her man. Can't send her to the top of the 18. K-State has numbers there, and they send it all the way back to the halfway line. Lenhart going up in the air like a starfish to head that ball down. But it's taken right by K-State there by Enns, and it's going to belong to the Wildcats if they can keep it in bounds. They do here for the moment on a pass to Fisher along the near sideline. Morgan breaks that up, and it's to the sideline. Nice play there, and a throw-in coming up for K-State in front of their own bench to our right. 6:40 left in the half. More subs checking in here. Christina Baxter, a freshman from Papillion, Nebraska, outside of Lincoln, checks in for the K-State Wildcats. And also a sub here for the Cowgirls as well. It looks like Abby Bright is checked in, senior out of Edmond North. Check that. Pick up the sub here in just a moment. All to the sideline of the throw in here for K-State. All way up in the air, and it's to the sideline, and this time it'll be a Cowgirl throw-in right here in front of their bench. Cowgirl check-in was Rachel Van Fossen. I want to correct myself there. Van Fossen, a midfielder defender, 5'9" junior out of Broken Arrow, played at Arkansas from Tulsa Union. Huddleston coming down with Rodriguez left wing. Rodriguez trying to set the open man. There's Huddleston, top of the 18 inside the square. A little give and go, but the defender there first. and knocks the ball away to the near sideline at the top of the 6. A good chance there by the Cowgirls, but didn't have anybody on the play ahead of the ball. That would have been bad, too, because an offsides might have been called. Again, they take the ball away. Here comes Beffer, top of the 18. Sends it at the top of the square, and it goes over the crossbar on the blast from way out. This will be a goal kick from Kansas State coming up with 5:19 left in the first half. The Cowgirls with a 2-1 lead here in Stillwater. So a goal kick here, and the keeper Miranda Larkin will kick the ball away from the 6-yard line. Strong leg against this 25-mile-an-hour wind. It's headed down by Rodriguez, who will play it forward. K-State tries to break it up. Send it ahead to the center area here where it's taken by Purda. And now they'll send it deep. Coming in is Fisher. Fisher, the ball kicked away on the play inside the 18 by the Cowgirls' Van Fossen, who got back defensively to make the blast to the sideline to knock it away. This will be a sideline throw-in here for Kansas State. I don't believe the ball may have gotten across the back line. It did, so they'll call this a corner kick. And a short corner here for Enns, who gets it in quickly, gets it back now on the defense from Baxter. Looks for the cross into the square, headed out by the Cowgirls outside the 6. That ball rolls all the way outside the 18 square, where it's run down by Kramer to the sideline. She can't control it, and the Cowgirls will have a throw-in at about the 15-yard line. Across the way with 4 minutes left in the first half, OSU leads at 2-1 here in Stillwater. Deep ball set down the ground. Zoller trying to outrun the defender. Beats her to the ball, does the defender, and kicks it to the sideline. This will be a far sideline throw-in for the Cowgirls and their offensive end to our right. The team will flip fields, of course, here in the ends here in the second half. The Cowgirls will lose that wind advantage. Here comes player down the ground, a shot from way out, and that's going to be over the crossbar again here. Looks like by Rodriguez. That's from about 25 yards out. Cowgirls have, really since K-State scored that first goal, have really been the aggressor here, and they started doing that a little bit before they scored that goal in the first 10 minutes. Or actually the first 6 minutes, I should say. But then in less than about 9 more minutes, the Cowgirls were on the board. Call it 11 minutes. And then the equalizer, and then the other goal to make it 2-1. 3 minutes left here before halftime. Cowgirls would like to get another one. They send the ball deep, but it's knocked away by Sutter as the wind picks up here again. It's funny, when the cloud cover moves in, the wind picks up. Normally the wind picks up when the sun comes out, but today it's the other way around. Cowgirls off a throw in here, far sideline, as the clock runs to 2:40 left in the half. Another whistle, and this will be a foul here, I believe, or the ball across the back line. This will be goal kick coming up here for, or maybe a free kick. That's what it was, a foul on the Cowgirls. So their keeper, Larkin, will take the free kick with 2:20 left in the first half. OSU with a 2-1 lead here in Stillwater. And the kick off the ground, strong, but again, the wind catches it and keeps it from getting to the halfway line, so the Cowgirls able to get in front of it and knock it down, and here they come. Huddleston bring it down the center of the ground. Cammy looks to shoot it. The shot is blocked at the top of the 18. All clears to the sideline. That should be off K-State for a Cowgirl throw-in, as we're under 1:50 now left in the half. It will be a Cowgirl throw-in, and Hahn will take the throw-in. Get it to Morgan. Morgan 1v1 along the near side. Defense there by Sutter. They clear it back out. Now K-State trying to turn it. Looks like they'll have a chance to. At the area short of midfield there by Enns. But the Cowgirls intercept. Enns gets it back, and then Zoller takes it away from her on the backside of the play. A minute and a half to go here in the first half. Huddleston to Marlowe. Shot from way out is right to the keeper from 25 out. And an easy play there by Larkin on the line drive. Coming up on the final minute here of the first half as the Cowgirls with the 2-1 lead here in Stillwater. Another kick strong toward the center circle, knocked down by the wind. Cowgirls able to play that advantage for the moment. A loose ball taken away by K-State and sent back up the ground. They're trying to turn it, get some offense going here to get one back. Baxter, ball played off by the Cowgirls and taken the other way with 48 seconds left in the half. K-State on a double team now, and they'll win the ball here with Green along the near side. Played up the ground here, near side, taken by Baxter. Toward the corner, knocked away by OSU with 30 seconds left in the half. Throw-ins coming here by Fisher. To the near wing, taken there, and Fisher will get it back. Sends a high kick into the square. Reaching for it is Kramer. She is taken off her feet. Now K-State will play it back into the square. A header by the Cowgirls. Rebound and chance in front there is knocked away from Baxter. That ball goes to the back line. And we're going to run out of time here to have another play before halftime. So the Cowgirls with 2 first-half goals after K-State scored first, and it's a 2-1 Cowgirl lead at the intermission. Back after a timeout, this is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
Football is finally here, and football fans are Wilson fans all over the state. And while you're watching your favorite game, check out our huge inventory on your phone or tablet at wilsonautofamily.com. At Wilson's, you will find huge savings on over 550 cars, trucks, and SUVs. And know you are shopping with a local dealer you can trust. Come see the Wilson Auto Family. Good people helping good people find new roads.
Good people helping good people out. Wilson Auto Family, that's what I'm talking about.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Stillwater Medical Center is the only hospital in Oklahoma with the Hologic 3D Mammography Unit and Affirm 3D Breast Biopsy Table combination. Together, they give a better picture of breast health and all women to stay in town for more advanced treatment. To learn more about Stillwater Medical Center's technology and how to detect breast cancer in its early stages, or to schedule your 3D mammo, visit stillwatermedical.com. At Stillwater Medical Center, they have the technology.
What happened to paying one price and getting everything included? You buy an airline ticket and pay extra to bring a change of clothes, book a hotel room, and you're shelling out for Wi-Fi and overpriced bottled water. Really? Imagine my delight when I found out roadside assistance is now included with my shelter insurance auto policy. So if I get a flat tire and need a jump, I just call and they take care of me. There's no additional cost, but some restrictions apply.
Ask Shelter Insurance Agent Wendell Stevens about a free insurance review at 1313 North Perkins Road.
Can you name the university that has won the most football games? At Johnson's of Kingfisher, we have a record number of new Ram 1500s and 2500s, America's longest lasting pickups. In stock and during Ram Power Days, our low prices will win you over. Who has won the most college football games? The University of Michigan. Make that short drive to Kingfisher during Ram Power Days. It's our 90th year and still going strong at Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram.
Same name.
Same family.
Since 1927.
Back at the Cowgirl Soccer Complex, first half stats are in. Oklahoma State with a 2-1 lead. I had credited that goal to Julia Lenhart earlier, and that was wrong. It was Anna Beffer who scored her 3rd goal of the year. Loren Tressfield was the assist on that play. Avery Green got the first goal for Kansas State at 5:20, and her first goal of the year. Hannah Davis with the assist for K-State, and that's her 5th of the year to lead their squad. It was headed in off of a corner to the near post, and the Cowgirl keeper, Michaela Ungaro, had that ball get past her in Oklahoma State. And that was the only shot, by the way, in the entire half by Kansas State. I'll tell you the individual team and individual numbers here in just a moment. That was at 5:20 when Green got the goal from the Davis corner off the assist. And then it was Charmaine Morgan at 16:31, her 4th goal of the year. That was unassisted, a shot from the corner of the 18. Top shelf far post went in. The Cowgirls equalized it up at 1-1. And then just 6 minutes later at 22:26, it was Beffer's goal, her 3rd of the year. Loren Tressfield with the assist. Free kick to Beffer. Chips went in over the keeper. There had been another couple of plays in that half where the Cowgirls could have scored. They had a blast off the post. Beffer nearly getting her 2nd, and they couldn't get the rebound. Otherwise, the Cowgirls might be up 3-1. Instead, it's a 2-1 game here at halftime. So those are the numbers as far as the team scoring in the first half of play. Again, Kansas State had the Green shot on goal in the first 5:20, and that's really the only offensive opportunity direct on goal they had in the entire first half. They had a couple more chances down here, maybe 3 or 4 more, but again could not have a set piece really to get the ball into the back of the net. So again, the team totals, Oklahoma State outshoots them 12-1, 5 of those 12 on goal. And again, the K-State shot was a shot on goal and their only goal of the first half. K-State had 5 corners to the Cowgirls 2. The fouls were even at 7. And K-State made 3 saves on shots by Oklahoma State. Miranda Larkin, 2 goals allowed, 3 saves. Michaela Ungaro, the 1 goal allowed in 45 minutes and did not have to make a save. That's only the 11th goal in over 1,200 minutes now for the Cowgirls senior goalkeeper. So sure, here's still a pretty good under 1 goals against average here so far on the season for the Cowgirl goalkeeper. Now, some of the individual numbers, and it's not a big group for K-State. The 1 assist for Hannah Davis, the 1 shot on goal and goal for Avery Green. And for the Cowgirls, Anna Beff for 4 shots, including the 1 that hit the post, the 1 shot that did go in on the shot on goal. Charmaine Morgan with 2 shots, 2 on goal and a goal. And that goal again was her 4th of the year. Loren Tressfield with 2 shots, a shot on goal and an assist. Kim Rodriguez also had a shot late that just went wide in the first half. And off the bench, the Cowgirls played 5, as did K-State. Cammie Huddleston with a shot. Marlo Zoller with 2 shots and a shot on goal in the first half for Oklahoma State. No cautions or ejections, so no yellow or red cards. 2 offsides calls for the Cowgirls in the first half. Oklahoma State leads at 2-1 here against Kansas State on K-State's first ever soccer visit to Stillwater. Coming up, we'll look around the Big 12 and around the country next. This is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
How long has it been since you've been to Paradise? Paradise Seven Clans Casino is new and improved, featuring 7C Land and Cattle Steakhouse, the best wine and steak menu from Oklahoma City to Wichita, an indoor conference and event center for your favorite acts, and all your favorite gaming action on the floor. We're ready for you to come back to Paradise. Highway 77 in Red Rock. It's been too long.
You're at every game, hands in the air, rooting on your team. But who's cheering for you? At Mercy, our primary care doctors are on your side. They coach, they guide, they help you reach your health goals so you can be there for the Cowboys, game after game. It's an entire care team around the clock, always ready to serve. Find your support at mercy.net/Go Cowboys. Visit mercy.net/Go Cowboys. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
Cowboy fans, skin cancer continues to be a growing epidemic, but Stillwater Dermatology Clinic is there for you. With locations in Stillwater and Ponca City, board-certified dermatologist Dr. Thomas Hall is available to help you with all your skincare needs. Dr. Hall treats acne, psoriasis, and all skin disorders, and also offers cosmetic and laser services. Call 405-533-DERM or visit stwderm.com today.
Cowboy fans, stop by Chris's University Spirit today to sign up for the Orange and Black Spirit Club for only $40. You'll receive a membership club shirt and a 20% off card good on items for 1 year from purchase. All you have to do is stop in at 244 South Knobloch on Campus Corner in Stillwater before it's too late. Also visit us online at chrisuniversityspirit.com today.
Back at the Cowgirl Soccer Complex here in Stillwater. About 8 minutes away from the start of the second half. Oklahoma State on goals by Morgan and Beffer after an early goal by Green for K-State. Have a 2-1 lead here. Trying to win for the 6th time in conference play, and it would keep them win-wise at pace with the teams just ahead of them as far as points. If the Cowgirls could pick up a win here in this match today, they would be in first place in the Big 12 all by themselves because of the points that you would get for a win. Cowgirls are 5-1 right now with 15 points. TCU and West Virginia, who both played yesterday, are both 5-1-1. West Virginia tied Tech at West Virginia 1-1 in double overtime. And then TCU won at Iowa State last night, a rescheduled game from today, by a score of 2-1. Or pardon me, it was a 1-0 win in overtime. 2 overtime games in the league last night. Texas is next at 4-1-2. Texas plays at Baylor at 7 o'clock tonight. And then after Texas comes Baylor, who's 4-2-1, and then everybody else is under 500 in the league. Kansas 2-3-1. Kansas plays at OU tonight. Tech is 1-4-2. Tech, as I mentioned, tied West Virginia last night, but their second tie in the league. Oklahoma is 0-3-3. K-State, who's here today, is 1-5. And Iowa State 0-6-1 after their overtime loss at home last night to TCU. The games on Sunday, TCU is at West Virginia. Kansas State is at Oklahoma. By the way, both of the OU games are on Fox Sports Oklahoma. Cowgirls are home against Kansas on Sunday at 1 o'clock, and Tech plays up at Iowa State. So those games are going on this weekend in the league. Overall record, the best record in the league, belongs to Texas. They are 12-1-2 going into their game at Baylor tonight. The Cowgirls have the next best record overall at 12-2-2. Then comes West Virginia at 12-3-1. TCU is next. Actually, next is Baylor at 10-3-1, and then TCU at 12-4-1 overall on the season. And as a result of games played before last night, here are the way things look around the country right now. The United Soccer Coaches Poll, Stanford is number 1, UCLA number 2, followed by South Carolina, Duke, North Carolina, USC, Central Florida, West Virginia is 8th, Penn State is 9th, and Texas 10th. So 2 Big 12 teams in the top 10. The Cowgirls in that poll number 24. Cowgirls still have a game to play at Texas a week from today. Soccer America, Stanford number 1, West Virginia is 8th. Cowgirls are highest ranking at number 19. Texas in that poll is ranked number 16. Top Drawer Soccer ranks Stanford number 1, then UCLA. West Virginia is 7th, Texas 11th in that poll, and the Cowgirls are ranked there at number 21. But the Hero Sports poll, the Cowgirls get no love, and the Big 12 really doesn't either. West Virginia is the only ranked team at number 14. Stanford is number 1. Texas is not even ranked in the Hero Sports poll, and neither are the Cowgirls. In the United Soccer Coaches poll, which is really the one that counts, Texas is the number 1 team in the region to start the week, then West Virginia, then Rice, and then Oklahoma State is number 4. Murray State, TCU, Baylor, North Texas, Texas Tech, and Kansas are the top 10. The Cowgirls, by the way, have been ranked in the top 25 in at least one poll now every week this season, but one in the preseason. They were not ranked in any poll in the preseason by the Soccer Coaches poll, Soccer America, Top Drawer, or Hero. In fact, Hero has not had them in the top 25 but one time, and that was 2 weeks ago. The Cowgirls technically are number 26 in that poll this week, so they're just outside of the poll. The highest they have been in the South region is number 2. They're at number 4 right now. The highest the Cowgirls have been ranked this year overall by the United Soccer Coaches poll is number 14. And that was about a month and a quarter ago, I'll call it 5 weeks ago, on September 11th and 12th. Cowgirls right now in the RPI, they sit coming into today. I can find my sheet here. There we go. West Virginia at 6, Texas 14, the Cowgirls at number 35. Really need to have Baylor beat Texas tonight because that would kick their RPI back above 50. And they look at quality wins against RPI teams 50 or better. That would be 50-1. And the Cowgirls would have a quality win, having beaten Baylor already during the regular season, if they were to get that here now. So we'll see what happens as Oklahoma State gets ready to start this second half. Cowgirls and the K-State Wildcats coming up here in a 2-1 Oklahoma State lead at the intermission. We'll take a timeout. Come back with the second half after this. This is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
Did you know that Tiger Drug is one of the 4 oldest continuously operated businesses in Stillwater? We began serving this community in 1908 and have now served you for 109 years. The reason the business was named Tiger Drug was because in 1908, the mascot for what is now OSU was the Tigers. We could not have succeeded for the 109 years without the loyal support of you, our customers and friends. Thanks for your loyalty.
Carrier has a complete line of home heating products to keep your family comfortable this winter without burning your budget. And with smart temperature management and remote access options, it's easier than ever to control your home's climate. For more complete comfort and greater peace of mind, turn to your Carrier expert. For a limited time, get cool cash rebates of up to $1,650 on the purchase of a qualifying home comfort system by Carrier.
B&L Heating and Air Conditioning. Find them online at bnlheatingcool.com.
It happens to everyone who plays the game. We get hurt and try to walk it off, but playing hurt can make it worse. At Mercy Sports Medicine, keeping you in the game is our life's work. Schedule a free pain assessment from a Mercy Pro at mercy.net/paincheck. We'll check your injury, give you a plan for quick recovery, and get you playing again. Sign up at mercy.net/paincheck. At Mercy Sports Medicine, your life is our life's work.
This is Debbie, owner and pharmacist of Charlie's Discount Drug. In times like these, we all need to find ways to save money. At Charlie's Discount Drug, we believe in giving you the highest quality services at discount prices every day. We provide free prescription delivery, and we give discounts on prescriptions for patients under 6 and over 60. These are just a few of the quality services available at Charlie's Discount Drug. So call 624-3535 or come by 723 South Walnut and save today. Remember, discount is our middle name.
Your home for OSU Cowgirl basketball. KGFY Stillwater. Cowboy Country 105.5 FM.
Back with you here at the Cowgirl Soccer Complex in Stillwater. About ready to start the second half of play. OSU will defend the goal to our right and go from right to left here in the second half. And wear the orange uniforms with the white numbers. K-State will be in the all-white with the purple numbers. They'll go from our left to right. They'll have the wind at their back here in the second half, and their goalkeeper, Miranda Larkin, will defend the goal to our left here in the second half as these teams flip fields here at halftime. Avery Green, the first goal of the match for K-State, if you just joined us, off a cross by Hannah Davis on the assist. Made it 1-0 at 5:20. Then the Cowgirls' Morgan, unassisted off a shot from top corner of the 18, a blast that ended up inside the far post at the top shelf past the keeper. 16:31 was the equalizer. And about 6 minutes later, the Cowgirls, Anna Beffer, a shot off of a free kick to Beffer, who chips it in over the keeper from Lauren Tressfield on the assist. And the Cowgirls with a 2-1 lead here at the break. And the Cowgirls outshot them 12-1 in the first half. And they had to make 3 saves on 5 shots on goal, did Kansas State here in the first half of play. Kansas State will kick it off. They have most of their starters, as do the Cowgirls, out there to start the second half. Haley Woodard is on the ground for Oklahoma State out there as she came out with 19 minutes left in the half. And she missed last week's game against Tech in Lubbock because of the flu. But appears to be ready to go today. They'll keep her hydrated, whatever they need to do, and she's ready, and so are the Cowgirls, and it'll be K-State to kick it off, and they'll send it forward. Hannah Davis laid ahead into the top of the 18, but it's cleared away by OSU, and the Cowgirls send it back to the center circle. Haley Sutter will play it back to their other defender back there, Morgan Egan, and they'll play it ahead to the near sideline against K-State going from our left to right. That sounds foreign. Kansas State playing Big 12 soccer for the first time this year. Nice play to intercept there by Tressfield at the back end at midfield. Ball out, and it'll go back to OSU on a throw-in. K-State bench to our right, Cowgirls below us to our right here on the near sideline. Across the way, the new construction of the new Cowgirl Soccer Complex. They'll finish out this thing all the way around in the winter and spring. They'll put down a new field after the season is over here, and we'll have a brand new facility other than these bleachers that we're in this year on the east side, which have been here since the beginning for 2018. What a facility. Go to okstate.com, look at the video on that, and you'll be very, very impressed if you've not seen that. Plus, there's a couple of videos out there that show the progress on the stadium. Coming in from the backside is Tatum Wagner, and she'll push a little shot toward the keeper, and falling on it is Ongaro for the chance there off the leg of Tatum Wagner. Wagner again played at Tennessee out of Bixby before transferring to K-State. K-State, their second year of soccer, a provisional season last year before joining the Big 12 this year. Now Beffer trying to find Woodard, top of the square. Woodard turns on her man, gets a chance in front, shot, and it'll come right to the keeper. Didn't get a whole lot on it at the 6-yard line, and Larkin just bent over and picked it up. So they'll punch it away here, and back the other way they'll come as Woodard will knock it away, and actually that's going to be Morgan over on the far sideline. That ball stays in. K-State trying to turn it as it was cleared out of the Cowgirl zone, and they'll bring it back to the center line 2 minutes into the second half, and a 2-1 OSU lead, trying to win another game at home this year where they are undefeated at 7-0. Here's Wagner coming down near side. A little touch on the near side over here, finding Souter. Souter with a cross, and it'll go over the top of the crossbar. Wynn carried that out, and the goal kick for OSU. Now, to save Ungaro's legs, they're going to have another player take the goal kick here. And this has been the case a lot of times this year against the stronger winds for the Cowgirls. And that's what they do here. As Tressfield kicks that ball into that 20-mile-an-hour wind, knocked down by Beffer, who gets a touch off a touch by Woodard. She'll get it up the near sideline. Here comes Hannah Webb. Webb brings it into the forward end, splits the defender between her legs with the pass. Back to her now, and it's offsides as Woodard was in ahead of the play by maybe a yard. The far side official over there made the call. That is Matt Trotter, and it's a good call as he was right there inside the 18 on the far sideline to make the play. So the Cowgirls' third offsides call of the match, and a free kick here for Kansas State. They go into the forward end and played off the ball for a moment. K-State tries to turn it, and they'll send it down the field with Wagner, but that ball's going to go to the sideline. The Cowgirls will have a throw-in along the near sideline here. 3.5 minutes into the second half, OSU with a 2-1 lead. Beffer off the throw-in right in front of her own bench. Now the K-State bench sends it backwards towards Saragusa, who plays it into the forward end. And there to knock it down is Megan Kalkoven for Kansas State. And let's see what they do with it here. This is to the near side, and Sutter will send it forward. Hall trying to run it down for the Cowgirls. 1v1 over here with Davis, and it goes across the back line. This will be a corner kick for K-State. They're 6th to the match, by the way. The Cowgirls have 2. This will be to the left of Ungaro with the wind bending the ball back toward the keeper. And again, Hannah Davis with the corner. She's taken all of them so far. Line drive into the 6, played off OSU. It's another corner coming up here again, same spot for Hannah Davis. Unless they elect somebody else to take the kick, and they might do that here. It's maybe Haley Sutter who's going to take the kick. And up the near side, chance for a cross there, Hannah Davis. And that clears everybody, and a player down for K-State as there was a collision at the top of the 18. Looks like everybody's all right, and it'll go back across the back line for a goal kick here for the Cowgirls. I believe that was Brooklyn Enns who took that corner a moment ago. It was her second one of the match. Trying to keep the ball in play here. Cowgirls looking to turn it. And over on the far side, that's Elise Hahn, and it goes out of bounds off of K-State. Throw in here for the Cowgirls. And we played over 5 minutes now in the second half, and it's still 2-1 Oklahoma State. Goals by Morgan and Beffer after Green for K-State scored the first goal of the match. Here come the Cowgirls, 3-on-3 the other way. Sending it up, top of the 18 player, trips and falls, and we get a whistle. And is this inside the square? No, it's just outside the 18 line, so no penalty kick here, as Jones was coming in on the drive. And so a free kick. This is the second one like this in the match, maybe at the 9-yard line here for the Cowgirls. The other one on the other end of the ground earlier was even closer. Cowgirls did not score after that. The official has stopped the clock here to set the kick on the foul for play here. You don't have to do this, but he is in this case. And now we have a card being introduced here on K-State. So whoever fouled Jones got a yellow card, our first of the match. Colin Carmichael and assistant coach Justin Elkington both off the bench saying, everybody move up. Keeper's halfway to the halfway line, and everybody else on the other side of the 50, as it were, and telling everybody to move up. This ball marked at the 9-yard line, and the Cowgirls with a chance here to put another one on the board. They'll start the clock when the ball is touched. Looks like Beffer on the kick. Here's her blast. No, it's going to be taken by another player, and it just at the goal line is picked up as the Cowgirls had an opportunity by Rodriguez there for a third, and Larkin right there along the back line. You have to be careful you don't back into the goal. That happened to one of the international players last weekend, and that ended up being a goal. So she stopped it right before the line, and now K-State the other way. So a chance there at the 51st minute for the third Cowgirl goal. Cowgirls reverse it, now turn it up the sideline, but that's going to go out of bounds, and it'll belong to K-State across from us on the other side of the field at about the 35-yard line. Cowgirls are home Sunday for Senior Day. It's a 1 o'clock game against Kansas. Senior Day honoring the 8 seniors, and the others will be after the game. Another throw in here for Kansas State. A little bit farther up the field near the halfway line. And the throw in, headed out again by the Cowgirls back toward the sideline. This pinball's around, and now it'll be off of K-State. So the Cowgirls will get a throw in, nearly halfway line across the way to our right. They throw it in, and it bounces around there. Pinball's off of Woodard. Cowgirls trying to clear it. K-State sends it back toward the top of their own 18. They have a defender who's wide open, and she sends it all the way down the ground. Cowgirls trying to run it down. Tressfield, a man streaking in. Wagner on the far side. Catches up to it for K-State. Tressfield off a cross by K-State. Blocks it. Pinballs around over there in the 18 square. Cowgirls clear it to the sideline. K-State's able to run it down and keep it in their own offensive end to our right. Blast there, headed out by the Cowgirls from the far sideline on the cross. Looking to go to the near side. That ball bounces around, and K-State is able to kick it into the defender, Beffer, coming down here. And Sutter will have a throw in. She made that play. Cowgirls touch it again with Webb. And now player down for OSU, and a foul here by K-State. That was Jones, I think, that fell down on the collision. So a free kick for Oklahoma State. Here they come right to left with 37:09 left in the match. Woodard knocked away from Hurt. Pinballs around off K-State. Now Haley with another chance. Here she comes, top of the square. Stops the defender. Now is a man coming in far side, Morgan. Ball clears her to the back line. She catches up to it. 1v1 inside the 18, far side of the square. Gets knocked down. Good defense by Kramer, the player off the ball. She gets it back, though. Charmier will try it again there in the corner, near the spot where the corner kick would take place. Boy, trying to dig it out there. That ball is still alive down there, apparently. And now it's going to be last touched by the Cowgirls, and that's where the sideline official comes into play to be able to judge that, because there's no way 40 yards off the ball that the referee can see that play directly. That's where the sideline official, without getting in the way of the play, has to be right on top of a ball like that to make the call to assist the referee. So this will be a foul here, they say now, on the Cowgirls, and it will be a free kick for K-State. So in either event, that's how it would have to be looked at for possession. Strong kick along the far sideline. 36 minutes left in the game. OSU leads it 2-1. That was our score at halftime. Beffer knocks the ball down, turns it right to left into the forward end. Lenhart spun around, gets it back over to Beffer on the far side wing. Looks for Jones on the center of the ground. Jones running the wrong way, but has to catch up to it. Now taken off her feet again, and yet another foul on Kansas State. Quick play by the Cowgirls to get it to Rodriguez. They send it down to Haley. Woodard at the top of the 18, now plays it back to Rodriguez. Give and go in the square to Webb, and that ball is kicked in the stands and almost got up here to us. That could have been interesting. Instead, it bounces off the fence, and the Cowgirls with a throw-in. Webb gets it in for Jones. Jones splits the defender, back line, left-footed kick inside the square. Woodard can't catch up to it. K-State clears it to the sideline for another throw-in. Right down here below us to the left of the Cowgirl bench. Webb another throw-in along the near side. Woodard to the back line. Haley stops it, now sets. Looks for the cross, goes into the 6. Nobody there except for the defender who clears it back out. Now Hahn to try to win it and keep it in her own end of the ground here. Davis in front of her. Boy, Hahn all over her. And she has to take it over to Sutter, who will take the clearance to the other side of the ground. K-State still deep in their own end here with 34-40 left in the match, and the Cowgirls with a 2-1 lead. Ball over on the far side. And there's Lenhart on the intercept, touched by Beffer along the sideline on a throw-in after it was touched by Kansas State. The wind has blown this entire match out of the south at 25. The cloud cover has moved in a little bit, but we're going to have some clearing here in just a little bit. Cowgirls on the attack. Here they come, coming in from the left side. A chance in front for Jones, and a dribbler near the far post is picked up by the keeper. So the Cowgirls have had really 3 good opportunities here so far in the first 11 minutes of this second half. Lenhart set up that play from the far side wing. Ball to the sideline. That'll be kicked up into the construction zone, so that ball is gone, at least for now, and a throw-in coming up here for K-State. Left to the halfway line on the far sideline. Cowgirls win. They'll be in first place with 6 wins, 1 loss and no tie. Teams ahead of them right now are 5-1-1, and they've all played their Thursday, Friday games. They won't play again until the weekend. TCU and West Virginia play each other in Morgantown on Sunday. We'll be following the score of that match as we play here against Kansas on Sunday. Ball again to the sideline, and the Cowgirls getting ready to have a throw in here, deep in their own defensive zone. The crowd has been fantastic here today on a day when the school kids are out, but the students here at OSU are gone too. Played ahead by Souter, but back to her keeper. And that was just a keep-away pass there as Larkin will then kick it the other way. Haley Larkin has played every minute of every game this year for K-State. Now whistle and contact here by the Cowgirls. This will be a foul on Hannah Webb. So free kick for K-State, and they're going to have a chance here inside the offensive end to our right, past the halfway line in front of their own bench. This will be Megan Kalkoven. She is a defender, a junior out of Wheaton, Illinois, transferred from Wisconsin to K-State, who will take this free kick. Waiting to approach and strike the ball here with 32:15 left in the game. See if she can get it into the square with the wind. No problem there. In fact, it clears everybody. A little header comes right to Ongaro off the far wing by K-State. And a player coming in from the backside, and an opportunity there. That went just wide. Looked like that might have been Souter coming in from the backside. Cowgirls trying to send it forward. This is Woodard, and a foul. Hand check, they're going to call her for the foul. That was Kramer, I believe, now a moment ago, as I look at it again here, that had that opportunity for K-State. So now they'll get a free kick just to the left of the halfway line here with 31:30 to go. Avery Green got the original goal of the match, the first one, at 5:20. And then the Cowgirls at 16:31 and 22:26 get the equalizer and score. Here come the Cowgirls again. Here's Bepper, left side into the 18. Has a player with her, Woodard. The ball is played off by K-State to the back line. A little dribbler will just come right to the keeper at the 6-yard square left side, or this near side, I should say, and it will belong to K-State for a punt. Boy, nice effort at the midfield area for the Cowgirls to win that ball and then have the chance for the play on offense a moment ago. They do the same thing here again as Jones off the play, sends it ahead to Woodard, still on the offensive end, moving right to left. This is Jones now with Webb across the ground over to Charmaine Morgan, who has a first-half goal, her 4th of the year, taken off the ball, and a good defensive play there by K-State. They'll play it forward, and now trying to stand that player up was Kirsten Saragoose, and the Cowgirls win the ball right back. Morgan coming in from the right side. She recovers to set up a cross, a chance there for Woodard, and it hits off of her and goes across the back line outside the far post, and a goal kick coming up here for the K-State Wildcats. All right, K-State subbing again here. Christina Baxter checks back in, and also back in for them is Abby Ciaperta. And the Cowgirls' substitution is Claire Ganser, who played some in the first half. And she played about 16 minutes in that first half. Cammie Huddleston also back in for Oklahoma State. What a freshman group this has been for OSU, and I'd be surprised if less than 3 of these freshmen have a shot at an all-tournament team spot. Tell you what, the league, though, is pretty good this year. Now with 10 teams, it makes it a little tougher for a lot of players to get on the all-tournament team. We'll find that out up in Kansas City in a couple of weeks. Ball played forward here to Davis. Davis with a cross, header by the Cowgirls inside the 18, knocked down by OSU. They try to play it off their defensive end and bring it back up the ground. This is Ganser, who just checked in, sends it to Woodard on a nice pass across the halfway line. Gets it to Jones, who overruns it, but then comes back to the ball and looks for a nice cross at the halfway line. It's kicked away by K-State. Webb trying to save it after the kick there a moment ago and kicks it up the ground. K-State will recover, though, and get the ball back inside their own 18 to play it ahead the other way. They'll go left to right here with 28:50 to go in the match. OSU leads it 2-1. into the forward end, trying to play it there to Zane. Ashley Zane sends it forward, but here is Tresfield to play it against the wind across the halfway line. K-State trying to knock it down. Cowgirls with a touch. Here comes Haley Woodard. Woodard beats one defender. Now comes in top of the square. Looks for the open shot. Can't get it. Now the pass in front. Beffer now trying to give and go back to Haley, and it was blocked out. A nice play by Avery Green. Green has the goal, by the way, for K-State in this match. They trail 2-1 with 28 minutes left. Cowgirls with a win at the halfway line. Hahn gets it back down on the offensive end to Jones. And top of the line there to Woodard. Coming in from the other side, that's Beffer. Left-footed kick. That's going to sail over the crossbar. And so a chance there goes to Ryan. The Cowgirls getting ready, as well as K-State, to make some subs here. Leah Kellogg checks in here, midfielder from Los Alamitos, California, for the K-State Wildcats. Kumbaso checks back in for the Cowgirls. And Marlo Zoller checks back in for the Cowgirls. I got ahead of myself there a moment ago. Huddleston was still at the table. She had not checked in, and now officially checks into the match here with 27:30 to go. 2-1 lead at the half is held up here. Halfway almost through this second half of play on a windy day here in Stillwater. Kicks it to midfield as K-State. Ball headed down by Huddleston. Trying to turn it here is Green. Won by So for the moment inside the center circle. Plays it off to the wing. That's Webb, who changed sides of the field. Webb, Zoller, now back to Hannah. Falls down, but is able to go back in open ground and get the ball. Now Marlowe coming in from the right side. Marlowe on the far wing. Sets up side of the 18. Taken off her feet. The defender's going to win this ball unless it gets to the sideline, and she does. And Marlowe takes a tumble, but appears to be okay. Trying to block it out there was Webb, but a nice play by Sutter to take the ball away from both players and send it back down the ground. Tresfield, far wing, gets it to Saragusa, and across the line to Huddleston, and the Cowgirls will start over again as that ball is knocked away by K-State to the sideline. K-State getting ready to sub again here, but it's not their possession, so they will not sub at the moment. 26-20 left in the match. The Cowgirls lead at 2-1 here in Stillwater. And it is out of bounds to the Cowgirls again on the far sideline. Another throw-in coming up here. Ball trying to center it to Jones. Taken away by Hall. And back the other way comes Kansas State. And then, here's Tresfield down the center of the ground. Keeps it in the offensive end. Nice play. Cowgirls get some players back, though, in case they can't take it away. And now Tresfield's going to get called for a foul. She runs up the back of Leah Kellogg. 25-40 left in the match. Free kick here for Kansas State. KU is in town here on Sunday at 1 o'clock, as K-State will go to OU. Kansas and Oklahoma playing tonight. The other Big 12 game, Texas at Baylor. Ball's way up in the air. It goes out of bounds. This will be a K-State throw-in, and now they can sub in Morgan Mock, who played in the first half, the junior who transferred to from Middle Tennessee State to K-State out of Overland Park, Kansas, out of Shawnee Mission West High School. K-State ball, Hahn, and we get a whistle. And let's see what this is all about. Stop the clock, says the official. Official's going to call a yellow card here on K-State again. Second on the match, and I believe that's Hannah Davis this time. So free kick for the Cowgirls and the second yellow card of this second half on the Wildcats with 25 minutes left in the match. And the Cowgirls trying to get at least one more here to make this a two-goal game. They've not been able to do that yet. Green scored the first. Then Morgan got the equalizer for OSU, and then Beffer with her third to give them a 2-1 lead, and that was about 45 minutes ago clockwise. Cowgirls on offense. They've had a number of chances here, and they had a ball hit the post in the first half. Now it'll be out of bounds to the Cowgirls again on a throw-in right below us here. And Ganser will throw it in, get it to Zoller. Zoller about getting tied up again, and now we're going to have a foul here, and going down, Zoller, a hand check. And I didn't see this, but a K-State player away from the ball, and Marla's trying to figure out what she did. May have grabbed part of the jersey, but in trying to get back and move forward to the ball, Haley Sutter went down in a heap over here on this near sideline, and you hope this is just a cramp. It appears to be. I don't think she flopped. She seems to be all right. In fact, she's going to stay in the game. She's okay. Secondary contact there, and again, the official, I don't think, saw it. Foul had already been called. So they set the ball for play, does referee Josh Kelly, and the free kick coming below us here by Megan Kalkoven. And they'll start the clock again with 24:30 to go in the match. Cowgirls knock it down and send it back across the line. Can Zoller catch up to it before the defender? The answer is no. K-State will have possession halfway across the line to our left here. Ball's kicked into the seats, and a nice grab by a fan. This is off OSU, off Huddleston. This will be a throw-in for K-State. And let's see what this is all about. Substitutions for K-State that weren't seen. Krista Haddock checks in, a redshirt sophomore out of Emmett, California. And looks like that may be the only sub so far here in this time. So the Cowgirls trying to turn it. Zoller can't catch up to it, and it's won again by Sutter. They're getting to know each other pretty well out there. Baxter across the line, trying to dig it out. OSU ahead of the play by Haddock. Haddock goes down, no foul. The ball carried out of bounds, and this is going to go off of K-State. I believe, no, it's off the Cowgirls. It was off of Zoller, and a throw in here with 23:20 to go. It's a foul, actually, on OSU, and a free kick along the near sideline for K-State. K-State had just one shot to the Cowgirls' 12 in the first half. Cowgirls had 5 on goal. Their only shot on goal was the only shot, and it was the only score for the first half for K-State. So here's another one-goal game for K-State. They've been in 5 of these in a row. This would be the 6th if it stays like it is now. The other games were 1-0. Now into the back, a foul here as they knock down Julia Lenhart. At the halfway line, the Cowgirls will have a free kick with 22.5 minutes left as we approach the halfway point here of the second half of play as the ball is set for play. Well, the Washington Nationals fired their head coach, their manager, Dusty Baker. How about that? Deep ball for Zoller, played off of it by Sutter. As I said, they're getting to know each other pretty well. That ball goes across the back line off of Marlo Zoller, and it's going to be a goal kick coming up here for K-State. So Dusty Baker, the manager of the Washington Nationals, has been fired. That's interesting. He becomes the first pre-World Series managerial candidacy opening in Major League Baseball. Ron Gardenhire was hired today as the manager of the Tigers. That's a good hire. The Okmulgee product, by the way, from right here in Oklahoma. All played ahead at the halfway line by the Cowgirls. They're going from right to left. K-State wins it, though, and gets it back. This is Green to the halfway line. Played up here on the near sideline with 21:40 to go. Sliding play there by Ganser to send the ball forward, but it's going to carry to the sideline, and K-State should have a throw in here. K-State in the white uniforms, purple if you're watching on the internet. I hope that's a candy wrapper blowing across the field. Looked like money at first, but it's too big to be that. And the K-State Wildcats will have a throw-in. If it was money, everybody would be chasing it. It's no offense to anybody. It's just a fact. Might have people coming out of the stands. It's a candy wrapper, I believe, though. Ball to the sideline, and it will be a throw-in here for Oklahoma State with 21 minutes left. As I started to say a moment ago, 5 straight 1-0 games, a 1-4 record for K-State in conference coming into today, and now another one-goal game today at 2-1 at this point. K-State looking for the equalizer here off a throw-in. And they get it down into the corner. And it's going to go to the back line. Keeper's going to pick it up. We're going to have a corner kick here for Kansas State as that was blocked out by OSU. Looks like Leah Kellogg will take this corner. This is to the northwest side of the field here. And so this kick to Ongaro's right will bend in with the wind toward her. Here is the blast. Crosses outside the 6 and is headed across the back line by K-State. So a throw in, or actually it's going to be a goal kick coming up here for Oklahoma State. Cowgirls will sub in here in a moment. They get a chance. Kim Rodriguez is getting ready to check back in. She's had a great freshman year, the forward defender out of Porter, Texas. Rodriguez has had 2 goals and 2 assists on the season. Hahn's going to take the kick. She'll blast it to the halfway line. And the Cowgirls will try to win it. K-State has numbers there, though, now. And it will be taken by the Wildcats with 19:30 to go. Cloud cover here now is taking the sun away here at Cowgirl Soccer Complex. A very comfortable 80-degree afternoon, though, with the south wind. Again, K-State on the attack, trying to get the equalizer. They send it deep. Ganser's going to run it down. Getting ahead of the player down there, Christina Baxter. They're going to try on a cross there, and it's blocked away, and it's going to go across the back line for a corner. K-State did have 5 corners in the first half to the Cowgirls, 2. The Cowgirls equaled that number up, but now K-State's had a couple here in the last 3 minutes. Here's the corner, a line drive to the 6, headed way out of the square by Tressfield. And now they'll send it back into the square on a kick from the top, well, way out from about 35 out. That blast out there by Laramie Hall, one of their starters, was taken by Ungaro. So Michaela will send the ball deep. Boy, against the wind, that's a strong kick. Past the halfway line, that's the best free kick we've seen all day. Now the Cowgirls along the far sideline, trying to dig it out, collision and a foul, and the player on the ground is going to get called for it. That's the Kansas State player, may be the worst aware for that contact over there. Everybody up and okay with the clock running and 18:08 to go. The Cowgirls with a 2-1 lead. Cowgirls trying to win this game and go into first place all alone in the Big 12. Free kick off the foul. Cowgirls right at the halfway line, send it into their own offensive end. Zoller off a header from Jones. They just kick it to the sideline out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So across the way, coming up is a sideline throw-in. Substitution here for Oklahoma State as Charmaine Morgan, who had gone out, is getting ready to check back in. And also Anna Beffer, who had gone out, is back in as Jones gets her first rest of the night. And now Morgan will come in for Hannah Webb, who I believe is also out for the first time in the game. They get a nice hand as they come to the sideline here. Cowgirls, in putting these 2 back in, have put in a little more offensiveness back into the match here. See if they can take advantage of it from their own 18. Sideline throw into the back line. 1v1 over there. Cowgirls clear it. Zoller trying to run to the ball. And the K-State player will clear it. There's a contact foul anyway, and it'll be a free kick for K-State with 16:50 to go. You just joined us. Avery Green scored the first goal for K-State at 5:20. Charmaine Morgan, her 4th at 16:31. 22-26 of the first half. Anna Beffer with her 3rd. That's the score we have now at 2-1 here in Stillwater on a cloudy, windy, late Friday afternoon. We'll talk one of the coaches coming up on our post game, most likely Karen Hancock. Well, almost a handball on that dribble there, and the Cowgirls able to take it away, and a nice play by Beffer for a moment. And then it's taken to the sideline, and it goes out of bounds, and this will be a Cowgirl throw-in. Senior Day on Sunday, and again, that'll come up after the game with Kansas. Final home game of the regular season. We're hoping for some more in the NCAA tournament. Here's a chance down low for Theoperda, and it comes to the keeper. And they're going to say that Kansas State was fouled. Boy, that was close. That's going to be in the back line, so it's going to be a corner here for K-State. No foul on the play. The ball went across the line cleanly, and it's going to be a K-State corner. Little short kick there this time. Going to try to center it, and the Cowgirls are going to win it. That was not a good choice by K-State. Tressfield down the ground to Charmaine Morgan. Morgan trying to get ahead of one man, but the other man gets to it and kicks it to the sideline and out of bounds. They had Woodard streaking down the center of the ground untouched, but couldn't get it to her. Cowgirls on the offensive side here on the near sideline throw-in. Here's Woodard trying to give it to Zoller off the give and go. The defender runs it down over there. That's Baxter to the sideline, and yet another throw in. 15 minutes left, the final 15 of regulation. The Cowgirls have a 2-1 lead here in Stillwater. Zoller off the inbounds. Centers it to Huddleston. Ball's cleared away by K-State, and they'll send it all the way back down the ground where it's intercepted, and the Cowgirls take it back. This is Rodriguez, who plays it ahead to the top of the 18. Coming in far side, Morgan tripped up, no foul. That ball rolls to the back line. Kansas State would be smart just to let it go, but instead they touch it. With offensive players all around, they're in open ground, though. They center it back, and to the halfway line, Tressfield knocks it down. K-State trying to recover with Mock on the offensive end, but there's too many numbers there for OSU, and Kumba takes it away, and the Cowgirls back on offense. So is bumped, no foul, and it's played ahead by Tressfield, way high up in the air. It catches that wing and goes straight back down. Zoller off a header trying to save it, but K-State's going to get the bounce, and they're going to turn up with the possession. Baxter over here on the near wing, brings it into the offensive end. Cowgirls kick it into the seats. About the fourth ball into the seats today. I don't believe we've had any in a home game this year until today. For Oklahoma State, Haley Woodard, who had, I think it's Zoller who checks out. And Hannah Davis will check back, and that was the other player I was looking for here for K-State, not Haley Woodard. Gets it inside, trying to knock it away. Good play there by the Cowgirl defense from the side of the 18. Chance on the near wing there for Baxter, and the ball across the back line, and K-State will have a corner. Their contingent down to our other end of the bleachers here. Pretty good numbers here today representing K-State in their first ever soccer visit to Stillwater. Hannah Davis with the corner, again to the left of Ungaro with 13:09 to go. Low line drive kick, and that ball's going to be headed and way up in the air over the crossbar. Ungaro had come out almost like a basketball player trying to block the shot, and that ball went way over the crossbar on the header off the corner. So a goal kick here for OSU. K-State has been kept off the board here since the 5:20 mark of the first half. Cowgirls have not scored in the second half and lead it 2-1. Cowgirls with possession here. Kumba trying to get it around her defender in front of her Mock. Played off down the ground. Here comes Haley Woodard. Can she outrun the defender? Woodard puts a hand out. She's going to get called for a foul. Yep, there's contact. You can't do that. Knocked the player down, and that was Haley Sutter again. 12 minutes left in the match. Again, they are bidding on these jerseys that were worn against Baylor 3 weeks ago for the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Research Group. So you can bid on your favorite player's jersey, and you might win that. If you're here at the park or in the area, you can come over and bid on that. Down the ground, a deep ball sent to the near corner to Baxter. Baxter keeps it at the back line for K-State to Davis. Davis right of the 18, sends it back into the square. Ungaro out, and right there a player for K-State, and the keeper able to hold on to the ball as it looked like Ciapirta was coming in there to try to move in and kick it away from her. So Ungaro punts it away into the forward end against the wind. 11:20 to go in the match. Cowgirls lead it 2-1. Huddleston trying to run it down, but the ball's kicked by Calcoven. Again, K-State trying to clear. They send it back into their offensive end, going left to right in the white uniforms. If you just joined us online or here on the broadcast. Beffer intercepts at the midfield line, sends it down the ground looking for Tressfield, or actually that's going to be Morgan. And now to the keeper by the defense. It'll be sent back up the ground, left to right by K-State. Cowgirls going right to left here in the second half. And they'll have the ball on an inbounds. Going right to left across the way. They get it in here to Woodard, far side. A little touch pass to Huddleston. Didn't go very far, and it was intercepted by Green. Out of bounds again by K-State, another Cowgirl throw-in. Down to 10:30 to go in the match. Cowgirls are going to sub out. Bring back Saragusa and Webb into the match as Ganser goes out and Kumba takes a seat. Cowgirls will play here on Sunday, 1 o'clock. And also J.C. Jones checks back in, and Cammie Huddleston will go out. Play here at 1 o'clock against KU on Sunday. 12:45 here on line where you're watching now, and also on 105.5 in Stillwater, KGFY. Throw-in coming up here for K-State off the Cowgirl touch on the far sideline as we drop under 10 minutes left in regulation. 2-1 OSU, a precarious lead here of 1 goal, which has been since the 23rd minute of the match. Cowgirls try to change that now, but Astaire going down the ground too far for Woodard, and it'll be sent away the other way by K-State. That ball's going to cross the sideline, and the Cowgirls are deep in their own defensive end to our right. We'll have a throw-in with 9.5 to go. We'll have all the numbers and our post-game interview coming up after the match is over. And it will be sent down by K-State back to their defense. And it'll be Sutter, left to right into the forward end. She's trying to find Baxter over here on the near wing. Webb is all over her. Baxter pushes her down, and that's a foul on K-State. So a free kick here for OSU with 9 minutes left. Still 2-1. K-State looking for the equalizer to possibly send this match to overtime. They played only one overtime match. Well, actually two. They lost in overtime at Texas, or to home against Texas, and then won in overtime against Colorado State. Ball's cleared to the near sideline. Here come the Cowgirls again. Anna Beffer on the run, right to left in the forward end. Crosses the halfway line. Cowgirls have 2 men, now 3 coming down with her. Beffer trying to split the scene, finds Woodard, top of the 18. Gets it back. Jones comes in, top of the square, cleared away by K-State. They'll send it the other way. Cowgirls a little hesitant in maybe shooting here, and that may have cost them a chance there. Ball goes all the way to the other end of the ground here as it'll be Michaela Ungaro to pick it up in front of the player there, Hannah Davis. The Cowgirls, the clock's on their side. They can play a little keep away here with 8:10 to go and take their time in getting the ball up the ground. They are playing against the window, but Ungaro with a big leg sends it into the forward end. And a foul there is Jones's foul from the backside by Avery Green. K-State's already picked up 2 yellow cards in this second half. So a free kick just to the left of the halfway circle here with 7:40 to go. They're going to be in the circles where they'll say they'll take the touch. As they set the ball for play, left of the halfway line. And they approach it and strike it. And the ball sent by Hahn down into the square. Cowgirl player up in the air, and that's Jones. And she went down, her legs came up, and a K-State player may have got hit in the face with the spikes. She is okay, but she may have taken a scrape, Avery Green, to the cheek. She appears to be all right. May have just been a light touch there, no blood, so she stays in the match and play continues. 7:06 to go. K-State had the possession after the Cowgirl foul. And here they come the other way. Here's Baxter on the wing near side. Baxter deep, sending it across. It's deflected a couple of times. Hahn had the last touch. K-State trying to take it ahead. They will keep it on the near side with Davis. Davis blasts from way out. Ungaro right there, falls on it, and then it comes off of her chest, and she has to fall on it to the ground a second time. That ball nearly rebounded out to the point where K-State could have had a shot. So once again, the Cowgirls at the 6:40 mark left in the match dodged the potential equalizer. So it's 2-1. And back the other way come the Cowgirls quickly. This is Jones. Coming in Morgan from the right side. Morgan looking for the cross. Chance there in front. Woodard's going to catch up to it, but it cleared the 6-yard square in the 18. She has to come near side to get it again. Woodard sends it in, trying to get it there to Rodriguez. Woodard's going to win the ball back, but then it bounces off of her, and it goes to K-State. But the Cowgirls have numbers at the halfway line, and Webb will keep it on the offense. This is Rodriguez coming in left side. On one and now 2 defenders. A chance of cross. It's headed to the back line, and this will be a corner for Oklahoma State. Boy, a dangerous play there against the wind. That could have been very easily headed into their own goal. So with 5:40 left, it'll be the corner kick coming up here for Anna Beffer to the right of the keeper, Miranda Larkin. Beffer had her 3rd goal of the match. It gave the Cowgirls the lead way back at the 22-26 mark in the first half. Here's her kick, right of the keeper, into the 18. It pinballs around, touched by K-State. They're going to turn it. Hall to the halfway line, sends it up near side. 5:15 to go. Webb's going to run it down. Has Beffer open coming in left side. That's the near side to us. Beffer around one man, looks for the cross, has it in front, and Rodriguez at the penalty spot had a chance and missed it. Waved at it, and it went away from her. Now Morgan going after a loose ball, and we get a foul here. We may get a card on the Cowgirls, and we do. As the K-State player upended, both players ended up on their face, and both are okay, as the foul is going to be a card on Oklahoma State. First of the match. That's on Charmaine Morgan. So it comes with 4:56 left in the game. Kansas State will have another opportunity here for the equalizer. It's a 2-1 score. Again, that score has held up since halfway through the first half. About a 35-yard line kick here by K-State. They'll send it forward in open ground. 4:50 to go in the match. Now they send it near side. Here comes Hall. Now toward the center of the ground. Little touch pass into the square. Looks for the give and go. It's broken up by the Cowgirls. They try to clear it. Can't do it. K-State with a chance. Touch there in front. Chance for Davis. Now it's cleared away off her pass. But then it comes right from outside, and Ungaro has to make a diving save near the far post on a blast from 30 yards out. And it looked like that was Avery Green who came up to make that shot. Wow, that just missed. And another chance there for K-State to tie it up. Now with 4:15 to go, Cowgirls again foul, and so K-State will have possession on a free kick along the far sideline to the right of the halfway line. This play will come with 4 minutes left in the game in regulation. Kansas State suddenly the aggressor here. They'll take a number of chances here if they can get them down the stretch. This Cal Coven, I believe, is going to take the free kick down to 3:50 to go. K-State not in any hurry, maybe. Not sure. She has a strong leg into the 6. They missed the header, and it bounces past Ungaro and outside of the net. And so this is going to be a goal kick coming up here for the Cowgirls. And now they can take their time a little bit. Plus they're subbing here as well. Tatum Wagner, the forward from Bixby, checks back in. And also back in is Ashley Zane, another forward out of Mays High School in Wichita. So extra attackers here now for K-State with 3:20 to go in the game. And I'll say extra. They didn't pull their keeper or anything like that, but just saying more forwards than defenders out there now for the Wildcats. Their coach tries to make a play to equalize this game and send it to overtime. Ball plays to the sideline. Throw in for K-State. 3 minutes to go. Cowgirls lead 2-1 here in Stillwater. I told you this K-State team wasn't bad, and despite their record, they've been in all their conference games but one, and that was a 3-1 loss to Tech. The others have all been one-goal losses. At this point, this one is a 2-1 game in progress. Cowgirls take their time. They get a throw in here deep in their own end with 2:40 to go on the far sideline. Actually, they're going to say a foul, and so this will be a free kick. Clock down to 2.5 to go as Dressfield sends it along the sideline. The wind is not as strong as it was just 20 minutes ago. Still at the back of K-State. Cowgirls look to win it, and they do. Here comes Morgan up the far side. Morgan looking for the middleman, and that was Haley Woodard, and it's played off the ball, and now K-State's going to win it back with 2:10 to go. Deep in their own end, though, they've got to go 100 yards the other way. Clock's going to go under 2 minutes now left in the match. As it's taken on the far side, K-State will send it forward. Out of bounds off the Cowgirls and a throw-in, and under 2 minutes left. 2-1 Oklahoma State, trying to go into first place all by themselves in the Big 12. Ball played back by the Cowgirls to the halfway line, looking for the open ground. Rodriguez finding Woodard. It's a one-on-one coming down the far sideline. Defense back there by Sutter. All the way to the back line just to run it down. Now tied up. Woodard played off the ball. No foul unless there's a late call here by the official. I didn't hear a whistle because the wind was blowing. The clock is running here with 1:20 to go. And this is to the benefit of the Cowgirls deep in their own offensive end. We're going to have a foul here on K-State, so the Cowgirls going to have a free kick at the 3-yard line. Down to a minute to go now in the match. And the free kick will go out. And this will be a goal kick, I believe, here, or will it be an inbounds play? It's an inbounds play and a foul by the Cowgirls, so it'll be a play inbounds by K-State. 50 seconds to go. And they're trying, the Wildcats are, for one more chance here. Can the Cowgirls hold them out? 45 seconds left in the match. 2-1 OSU. Cowgirls going to win it at the halfway line. Beffer gets it down to the player Woodard coming in at the halfway point of the midfield area. Woodard taken down on the play. There's no foul. The ball to the back line. 30 seconds left in the match. Here comes K-State the other way. Sent up the ground here by Hall to the halfway line. Taken here by Baxter and others. Now picked up by Davis. Davis sends it deep into the Cowgirl defensive zone. Ungaro on a two-hopper fields it like a shortstop and just falls on the ball, and that's going to pretty much do it. 10 seconds left. Ungaro doesn't even have to punt it, but she will go ahead and send it the other way, and the ball's going to end up in the construction zone over there, and the Cowgirls are going to hold off a very tenacious Kansas State team by a 2-1 score, and Oklahoma State goes to 6-1-0, and for the moment they are in first place all by themselves atop the Big 12 standings. Post-game coming up. This is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
Get ready for some four-wheeling fun with the Outdoor Adventure Giveaway at Cimarron Casino this October. Join us every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hourly drawings to win $200 free play. Plus be in the running for the grand prize of a new Yamaha ATV cart on October 19th or a Bob Hurley toy hauler on the 26th at 10 p.m. Earn entry starting October 1st. Visit CimarronCasino.com for details. Cimarron Casino in Perkins. It's a whole new game. Owned and operated by the Iowa Tribe of Oklahoma.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. All sports are built on tradition, but at Bill Knight Ford, we know that here in Oklahoma, it's more than just a tradition. It's a way of life, forged from loyalty and dedication. It's unwavering pride that survives the losses and is ignited by the wins. Bill Knight Ford is proud to support the OSU Cowboys and Cowgirls, Stillwater High School Pioneers, and the Perkins Tryon Demons. We wish them the best of luck this season.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Stillwater Medical Center is the only hospital in Oklahoma with the Hologic 3D Mammography Unit and Affirm 3D Breast Biopsy Table combination. Together, they give a better picture of breast health in all women to stay in town for more advanced treatment. To learn more about Stillwater Medical Center's technology and how to detect breast cancer in its early stages, or to schedule your 3D mammo, visit stillwatermedical.com. At Stillwater Medical Center, they have the technology.
Can you name the university that has won the most football games? At Johnson's of Kingfisher, we have a record number of new Ram 1500s and 2500s, America's longest-lasting pickups. In stock and during Ram Power Days, our low prices will win you over. Who has won the most college football games? The University of Michigan. Make that short drive to Kingfisher during Ram Power Days. It's our 90th year and still going strong at Johnson's of Kingfisher, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram.
Same name.
Same family.
Since 1927.
Cowgirls used two first-half goals after gaining the lead in this match for the first time to hold off a very good Kansas State team. Now 6-9-1, 1-6-0, I should say, in the Big 12. The Cowgirls go to 13-2-2 and undefeated at home still. They are 8-0 on the season and 6-1-0 in the Big 12, and right now they are in first place all by themselves ahead of West Virginia and TCU, who play each other on Sunday in Morgantown. The Cowgirls seeing Avery Green with the first goal of the match at 5:20. Hannah Davis with the assist off of a corner kick. And then at 16:31, the Cowgirls get the equalizer. Charmaine Morgan, her fourth of the year, was unassisted. A blast from the right wing, 18 yards out into the top shelf in the far post, and that made it a 1-1 game. And then just 6 minutes later, Anna Bepper with her third goal of the year. Lorraine Tresfield with the assist. Tresfield with the assist, getting her first of the year, by the way, off a free kick to Bepper, who chips it in over the keeper, and the Cowgirls with the 2-1 lead, and it held up for the second half. Both teams had opportunities. The Cowgirls had a first-half shot go off the post that would have made it 3-1. A couple of chances in each half, really, for Kansas State. That went awry. But Oklahoma State was very much the aggressor here. But give Kansas State credit. They fought the entire 90 minutes here today. And I'll tell you, this is a bunch that's not going to take very long to get very good, I think, in this league with all the transfers they've had in and players with experience in college that are sophomores and juniors on this team. And they're going to be pretty good down the stretch. K-State will go to Oklahoma on Sunday, while Kansas, who plays OU tonight in Norman, the other game is Texas at Baylor in the Big 12 today. KU will come here, of course, on Sunday. More totals coming up as our postgame continues. This is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
This is Debbie, owner and pharmacist of Charlie's Discount Drug, inviting you to check out our everyday fast and friendly service. Did you know that most prescription co-payments are the same no matter where you go? At Charlie's Discount Drug, we value our customers and we believe our fast and friendly service sets us apart. So come in today and see why our customers prefer Charlie's Discount Drug. At Charlie's Discount Drug, we believe in discounting prices without discounting service. 723 South Walnut in Stillwater.
Hey kids, have you gotten your parents to sign you up for the McDonald's Pistol P Partners Kids Club? Pistol P Partners is the official OSU athletic kids club designed to get kids excited about OSU and become fans at a young age so they can be fans for life. For just $25, members get in free to OSU soccer, men's basketball where some exclusions may apply, women's basketball, tennis, wrestling, baseball, softball, and can have exclusive parties with the athletes and much more. Visit okstate.com to sign your child up today. Also sponsored by Academy Sports and Mercy Health. Cowboy fans, skin cancer continues to be a growing epidemic, but Stillwater Dermatology Clinic is there for you. With locations in Stillwater and Ponca City, board-certified dermatologist Dr. Thomas Hall is available to help you with all your skincare needs. Dr. Hall treats acne, psoriasis, and all skin disorders, and also offers cosmetic and laser services. Call 405-533-DERM or visit stwderm.com today. Whether you're looking for a bite to eat before the game or a place to celebrate another Cowboys win, University Dining Services has you covered. With more than 30 individual restaurants across campus, there's something for everyone without ever having to leave campus. You'll find everything from freshly made sushi to top-notch burgers. So pull up a chair, dig in, and feed your inner cowboy. Be sure to learn more about University Dining Services at dining.okstate.edu.
Back with you here at the Cowgirl Soccer Complex in Stillwater. Cowgirls again go to 13-2-2, 6-1 in the Big 12, and in first place by a couple of points over TCU and West Virginia. And a crowd of just under 700 here to watch this one this afternoon. They were a little worried about the crowd here today. I said, I won't have any trouble. K-State travels very well, and they filled up their section down here. And then the Cowgirls, pretty good numbers here to watch this one as it is, of course, fall break. And the students are out, but a lot of students here, actually, believe it or not, and adults with their kids and other folks, parents and so forth here as well. And so a nice crowd here this afternoon as OSU wins it by a score of 2-1. Totals on this one, the Cowgirls shots by period, 12 and 4 for 16. K-State 1 and 5 for 6. So the Cowgirls actually outshot in the second half by Kansas State. 6 shots for K-State, 5 on goal, 1 goal, 1 assist. And for OSU, 16 shots, 8 on goal, 2 goals and 1 assist. Fouls were 19-17 OSU. K-State goalkeeper Miranda Larkin made 6 saves, 3 in each half, and allowed 2 goals in 90 minutes. Michaela Ongaro, 4 saves, 1 goal allowed. All the saves by her came in the second half as the Cowgirls were kept busy defensively with K-State's offense. The win by Ongaro makes her 10-2-2 on the year. Larkin takes the loss 6-9-1, and she's played every minute in goal for K-State this year. Cowgirls were called 3 times for offsides. Looking at some more of the team numbers, there were 2 yellow cards on K-State and 1 on OSU. And now individually in the match, I mentioned the shots and shots on goal. Haley Sutter with a couple, a shot on goal, 2 shots, as I mentioned, for K-State. Hannah Davis with the shot on goal, and had an assist. Avery Green had the shot that went in the first half, so 2 shots total, 2 shots on goal and a goal. And off the bench, Abby Ciaperta had 1 shot, and that was a shot on goal in the second half. Well, the Cowgirls, Anna Beffer, a busy day for her today, 5 shots, including a shot on goal and her 3rd goal of the year. J.C. Jones with a shot and a shot on goal. Charmaine Morgan with 2 shots. 2 shots on goal and a goal in the first half, and her shot ended up being, and that goal ended up being the equalizer in the match, and then it was the win by Beffer on her goal. For the total, Lorraine Tressfield with 2 shots, 1 on goal and an assist, and her assist came on Beffer's goal. Haley Woodard with a shot and a shot on goal. They were busy on her today. And Kim Rodriguez with 2 shots and a shot on goal there in the second half. Off the bench, the Cowgirls played 5. Cammie Huddleston with a shot, Marlo Zoller with 2 shots and a shot on goal for Oklahoma State. K-State played 7 off the bench in their substitutions today for the Wildcats. So the win today for the Cowgirls, and again because of the scores from yesterday in the Big 12, with the tie by West Virginia and the win in overtime by TCU, right now the Cowgirls are 6-1-0. The other two teams I mentioned are 5-1-1. So they are in first place by virtue of the win today as they go into play against Kansas here on Sunday. We're going to wrap it up after a timeout. This is Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Bill Knight for Bill Knight Ford. All sports are built on tradition. But at Bill Knight Ford, we know that here in Oklahoma, it's more than just a tradition. It's a way of life, forged from loyalty and dedication. It's unwavering pride that survives the losses and is ignited by the wins. Bill Knight Ford is proud to support the OSU Cowboys and Cowgirls, Stillwater High School Pioneers, and the Perkins Tryon Demons. We wish them the best of luck this season.
There are 42 characters in our name, which is why we don't tweet much. University and Community Federal Credit Union, financial products, services, and people. Visit cuntouch.com or come see us at 311 East McElroy. Federally insured by NCUA, our members are growing and going. Join us, won't you?
Hey kids, have you gotten your parents to sign you up for the McDonald's Pistol P Partners Kids Club? Pistol P Partners is the official OSU athletic kids club designed to get kids excited about OSU and become fans at a young age so they can be fans for life. For just $25, members get in free to OSU soccer, men's basketball where some exclusions may apply, women's basketball, tennis, wrestling, baseball, softball, and can have exclusive parties with the athletes and much more. Visit okstate.com to sign your child up today. Also sponsored by Academy Sports and Mercy Health.
How long has it been since you've been to Paradise? Paradise Seven Clans Casino is new and improved, featuring 7C Land and Cattle Steakhouse, the best wine and steak menu from Oklahoma City to Wichita, an indoor conference and event center for your favorite acts, and all your favorite gaming action on the floor. We're ready for you to come back to Paradise. Highway 77 in Red Rock. It's been too long.
Need the right tool for the job? No matter how large or small, Herc Rentals is the place to go. Right here in Stillwater, Oklahoma, right now. Ask about the perfect tools for that job at Herc Rentals on South Perkins Road. Go online to hercrentals.com.
Final time from back here in Stillwater, and again, here's what's ahead in the league tonight. Texas playing at Baylor, and Kansas playing at Oklahoma tonight. The rest of the games are on Sunday, and that'll include Kansas here against the Cowgirls on Sunday, and the series is all even in that matchup with KU, 7-1. So the Cowgirls will come in here with that game on Sunday. It'll be Senior Day. They'll honor the 8 seniors coming up in the post game after the ball game around 3 o'clock. The kickoff is at 1. Our broadcast is at 12:45 right here on 105.5 KGFY in Stillwater and on the web at okstate.com. So again, the final score today, 2-1 final, and that again holds up from midway through the first half against a very good Kansas State team. It's much better than the record. Kansas will be a good team coming in here as well. Their record doesn't show up, but they've been in a lot of Big 12 games as well this year as the league pares down to this weekend, and then next Friday will be all the remaining games, and that'll take us to the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City coming up starting a week from next Wednesday. Again, the final score, 2-1 Cowgirls over Kansas State. Thanks for joining us for Cowgirl Soccer. I'm Bill Van Ness. This has been Cowgirl Soccer from Learfield.
On the Cowboys Sports Network.